Yo, fellas, good evening. Good evening, yes. Okay, made it just in time. Hello everyone and welcome to the chat. Let me quickly organize some things on my desktop before I get into the game proper here. But hey, at the very least you have sound. It's been a bit of an improvement from previous times, I dare say. Let's see here. Just gotta move a few things, but yeah, welcome to Inazuma 11 Victory Road. Like I said in the description as well, this is going to be a pretty chill stream, methinks. I am going to just play the game. I'm gonna play some Chronicle Mode, and we're gonna see how things go. I mean, I have quite a lot to still do, actually. As far as the Chronicle Mode is concerned, I have also robbed you of the sound once again, but that's fine. We're going to fix that real quick. So let's see. There we go. Goedenavond, Lucas. Hello. Welcome to the chat. Welcome to the stream. Good to have you. Yeah. Like I said, Chronicle Mode tonight. How be things? Things be good, Lucas. Thank you for asking. I hope things be good with you as well. No, it's life's been going pretty alright. It's been pretty chill. Yeah, and the sun is actually out for a change. That is certainly true. For a change, as you rightfully say. It has been pouring pretty much all day, so, you know, glad to see a bit of better weather. And of course, glad to be back in the Inazuma 11 Victory Road, because it has been a hot minute. As you can tell from the advent calendar, holy, that is unironically just a full week that I have not touched this game. Which is pretty tragic, but that's what happens when you skip out on the Inazuma nights in the server, I suppose. Things are good over there too? You got a week off? Damn, okay. Why you got a week off? Something special going on? Like, I certainly am not aware of something special going on that, that merits a week off. But that's nice for you, to be sure. Oh, just a vacation. Oh, nice. Okay, I am checking things on the side here. Looks like the chat is also working properly. That's good. A vacation, nice. Well, here's fingers crossed you're gonna get some better weather soon. Hopefully this keeps up for a bit. Yeah, because getting anything worse than this is, well, I mean, it's pretty cold already. Like, that's what you notice immediately, right? Like, you're gonna have one afternoon of rain, and immediately the temperatures just drop from like 20 to 16, and then all of a sudden it is actually kind of treacherously, well, not treacherously, but perhaps it's deceivingly cold all of a sudden. But yeah, let's see here. Radar says you might be in luck. Yeah, and yeah, who knows with this country? That is certainly a good point. Okay, let me have a look here at this Chronicle Mode stuff. Because I'm hoping we can do most of GO1 tonight. That'd be nice. GO1 is pretty long. I mean, GO2 is longer, of course. GO3 I've already actually completely done. So maybe it's good to just take stock of what I actually have done and haven't done. I'm pretty sure I've done the entire original trilogy. So 1, 2, and 3 should be completed on all difficulties. And I think the same goes for... yeah, the same goes for Go Galaxy. Go Galaxy is completely done. So that really only leaves GO1, GO2, and then Ares and Orion, I suppose. Which I'm not all going to do before the update drops next week, which I am actually pretty excited for that too. It's been a while since we got some proper updates on this game, so very happy to see that, absolutely. Yeah, there's a lot of things that could happen. Hero Unmei, I'm seeing being mentioned in the chat, Lucas. That's hopefully, that'd be cool. Like, if Unmei, I don't think Unmei is suddenly going to start playing, but Hero Unmei could certainly be a thing they pull. I can absolutely see that. Okay, so here's the thing. So, I did a few of these matches on all difficulties already. Like, primarily towards the end, because I think there was a guy I wanted from this team. Yeah, the captain from Northern Fang. I wanted him for the delinquent team, but there's a few I haven't done yet. So, do we start with the rare drops? Like, do we just power through with all the rare drops? Yo, Yami! Hello, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Hello, Mina-san. Yeah, I was just posing the question, Yami and Lucas. Do we just power through the rare drop matches first, or do we just do whatever hero battles we can right now? I mean, you've seen my main team a bunch. The main team is just kind of what I use for most of the hero battles. It's just the easiest. So I think tonight will actually be a pretty interesting exercise in showing off the teams that I haven't used that much. And oh boy, these guys are level 47 on rare drop battles. So that's pretty tragic. They don't think they'd be this ass, not gonna lie. But there's a few options, you know, we could just use, yeah, we could use Senbayama. Make a meme team on the rare drop ones. Yeah, that's what I'm looking at. Like, I have Senbayama, I just fully Senbayama, I just have this random ass Go Galaxy team. There's a few teams I have built. There's also a few that I haven't. I mean, the Victory Road OCs one is also pretty fun to use, actually. It's some characters that you never really see. But like, let me see. What level? Level 47. Yikes. You know what? Let's pull up with the... Yeah, let's pull up with the Victory Road OCs one first. I might pull out the Tobitaka team at some point, not gonna lie. Yo, Vinny. Good evening, mate. Good evening. Welcome. Welcome. Hello, FatesFanboy and friends. Okay, Vinny. We are not starting like this. We are not starting the stream like this, big guy. But welcome regardless. And yeah, let's see. I think we're just gonna start with this match. Let's just do it with the Victory Road OC team, the scouts and such. But yeah. We've got quite a bit to do tonight, but it's just gonna be regular gameplay. Like, I decided not to do anything special tonight because we do have the update coming up next week, so I didn't really want to start anything too special, you know, before that happens. But yeah, well, here we are. The golden oldies, and well, we're gonna see what these scouts can do. I already know what they can do for the most part. The gameplay's not going to be as fun. This goofy-ass grandma tried to sliding tackle me immediately. And they are actually going to offer some resistance in the form of Jumbo Sandwich, but we are still a few levels higher, fortunately. So yeah, this gameplay... This team is obviously not as powerful as the main team, not by a large margin. But I think there's some interesting things in here regardless. Like, this team is counterplay style, which is also pretty good. I think it's actually like the second kind of... the second best playstyle to rock. But, well, we're gonna see. No, you don't have to... What do you mean, delete FatesFanboy? I thought... Okay, I see, Yami. I see how it is. No, you don't have to, I suppose. I forget what the counterplay style even really does, to be honest. I've been so accustomed to tension and rough play that I don't even know what the rest of the playstyles do. And I got fuck-ass high on me, bro. This is possibly the worst start to a match ever. I'm not gonna front. Unmei is captain because or coach because I don't think I like have any other managers even on this team. Okay, I remember this girl though. This is the buff-ass gamer girl, who's really cool actually. She's gonna be pulling her weight, to be sure. And Anshiraishi on goal. Hinata in the offense. I mean, we just got a squad of stars here. Real star squad. Still so happy that the Hinata looking scout dropped when we played? Yeah, absolutely, dude. I'm so happy I got him because I'm not gonna play through, like, what was it, 5 campaigns or 10 campaigns of BB Stadium solo? Yeah, that would have taken me ages. That would have easily taken me, like, up to 3 or 4 streams, I think, possibly. You know, considering every stream I do is around 3.5 to 4 hours, I think that's, yeah, that sketches a pretty good picture of how long it would have taken. Wakatake. That's an awesome name, bro. And we got Steeple Shot. I forget what the name of this is in Japanese, but Vinny always gets really excited when he sees that move. And let's hope that the update adds some more voice lines, because Rika should definitely have it. Tsutenkaku shoot, that's what it is. But let's hope the update adds some much needed voice lines, because Rika could certainly use a voice line for that one. Lower level has more defense, higher level has more attack with the counterplay style. Interesting. You increase the level every time you steal the ball. I noticed that. So that at the very least makes sense, yeah. I wonder who the crazy person was who got the Hinata character legitimately. Yeah, I sure wonder who that is. Like, they couldn't be in this chat tonight, could they? Surely not. Okay, W steal by Wakatake. I should also remember that I cannot do any rough play while I'm playing with this team. And also that getting tension will actually be pretty hard, because I have to do focus battles. I can't get it passively. So yeah, but that's fine. Like, deadass, 0 passives on this team, obviously, because this is just a fun team of scouts that I put together at some point. But well. This guy loves using Power Shield. Okay, Wakatake has the ball. Let's go. W steal by Wakatake. Absolute fumble by the defense here from the Golden Oldies. For most of these matches, yeah, I was stopping myself because I was using Dawn Shout, but for most of these matches, I think we can pretty comfortably go for the victory, the advantage victory. So that's at least good. That'll make these rare drop matches a bit less painful. Also, good evening, Jahar. Good evening, Sean. Good to have you back, man. You've been MIA for a while. I was wondering what happened. I mean, I read your messages in the server, of course. Not touching the game until the update releases is honestly a fair play. Yeah, I get that. But it's good to have you back. And welcome. Bicycle kick. Okay. Ooh, 5 minutes. Actually, kinda... Ooh, that is pretty terrible. Not gonna lie. That makes life a lot less easy. Now, if this guy doesn't have a Hisatsu... Okay, that actually helps a lot. Not gonna lie. Pass by her. Okay, hold on. I need... Yeah. Tsuchidarima. And then I can probably do a Tsutankaku shoot. Let's hope I can. I can, in fact, do that. And play it to the guy on the far right. Now, if I chain this, maybe I can just break past the goalkeeper in one go. It is possible, I think. I think this should add enough power to just get through anything he uses. And that'll do it. Okay. W first match. W first advantage win of the night. Can always trust this guy, whatever his name is. You're hoping adult Kinako will come in the update? Dude, Sean, I'm right there with you. If adult Kinako gets added to the team, I will probably be making... I'll be making a second version of the main team, I think, where I'm using Kinako instead of Tobitaka. Because, well, even though Hoshi exists now, Hoshi my goat, Kinako did used to be my favorite female character in Inazuma 11, so I gotta honor her in some regard, I think. Curious to see what the rewards will be for the Victory Road Chronicle route they're adding in the next update. I mean, it's gotta be the VR characters, surely, like Sean also says. All uniforms and emblems already in the shops, yeah. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting. I mean, maybe it's just... Can you imagine it's just kind of... It's resources that you can use to buy stuff? Like moves and such? That would be pretty cool, actually. I would love for these teams to just drop, you know, I don't know, Grandpa's Notebook a bunch of times, because God knows you need those. But okay. There it is. First match down. That's good. That's good. Lucas, you have a team of Victory Road Scouts as one, has Hoshi on it. W. What can I say? What can I say? Rapping my girl. Actually have her right here. There she is, rapping the goat. But yeah. That's match 1 down. Also, God knows mentioned. That is true. Okay, Lunar Sea up next. Let me see if I can... Let me see Lunar Sea, even, if I can use a different team. You know what? Let's rock the Delinquent team. I haven't used the Delinquent team in a while. And these guys are pretty high level. But they're also pretty fun to use. They actually have stuff. They have fully built guys, so we can actually do something. And this goalkeeper has Kashin. So actually, I think I might need the extra sauce, not gonna lie. Yo, Samurai! Good evening, mate. Good evening. Ueno for victory? Yeah, I am not using Ueno, I'm sorry. I am using the Delinquent team. I don't think I... Did we actually get her last stream? I don't think we did we? Ooh, this is the wrong Hoshi as well. This is the wrong Hoshi. Fucking imposter Hoshi? What is this? All her moves are gone. This is the right Kusaka, obviously, the right Sakurazaki, but... Imposter Hoshi. So, I gotta fix that real quick. There's also Imposter Adult Tobitaka. Which, well, I guess I never bothered to switch them out. That's gonna nerf me a little bit, but not too bad. She's not goated enough for the main team, personally? What do you mean? What do you mean Hoshi's not goated enough for the main team? Hello? No, I understand, Lucas. I do. Okay, here's the thing. Okay, I was about to ask that we are actually going to get the Cyclone gimmick. We are going to get the stadium gimmicks, I suppose, during these free matches as well, which, that's fine. I don't want my defender so far up here, but that works. She actually has a shot, so that's pretty chill. With Hoshi, do peek. Opa! Oh, I passed the Xanark. Well, that's not per se what I wanted, but I'll take it. Ideally, I want to shoot with one of the... Yeah, one of my wind forwards. Do I even have a wind forward? Am I talking out of my ass? I have Sakurazaki, which is obviously Earth. I think all of my forwards might unironically be Earth element. Not gonna lie. Okay, this team actually is rough play, so that's actually decently helpful. I hope I have some... Let's see. I could use just low drive, I suppose. We are gonna have 2 walls, which are gonna put a spanner in the works, not gonna front. No, but I unironically think that on this team as well, all of my forwards are Earth Element, which is certainly a choice of mine to make. W Hoshi getting the rares drop in the game. Okay, let's see. That is not enough. So yeah, probably it's going to be a bit more difficult than I anticipated, actually. Even though we are so much higher leveled. Okay, that at least will get through. Power Spiker! That will go through, so that's 1 to 0. That's solid. Are Earth elements worse against the Tornado? No, the Tornado actually doesn't... It doesn't matter what element you have for the Tornadoes. The Tornadoes are just field hazards, essentially. So they affect everyone. But the main part about, you know, facing this goalkeeper is that he is Earth element, so I would ideally have a wind forward, of course, to counteract that. Classic Inazuma 11 elemental square. But I have at least a wind shot on one of my forwards, so that's something. And I can actually passively get tension. Now, it is a little risky, because rough play, it does actually... It just, the bar completely depletes, I think, or it depletes by 1 level when you trigger a foul, so... Gonna try to avoid as much of that as I can. But this is the one wind shot, I think, that I have on this team, so at the very least that should do something. Especially against Fence of Gaia. So that should do about half, and I get the ball back, so even better. Now let me pop a extend zone, which I think he also voices, actually. This guy just voices everything he has, which is pretty cool, actually. For such an insignificant character, you know, from a post-game GO1 team. Also, there's something in my eye, so I'm being nerfed left, right, and center. And unfortunately, yeah, I will be fouling a lot. So this is not going to be an advantage win, actually. Ironically, the unbuilt OC team, Victory Road OC team, did a better job than the Delinquent team. Is that a skill issue? For the most part, probably. Is it also an issue if I have no elemental, like, differentiation? Yeah, also almost certainly. Actually, I know what I'm doing wrong. I'm not shooting with Sakurazaki. Like, I'm just actively hindering myself. We can bang out 2 goals with Sakurazaki, like, no problem, actually. Let me actually lock in for a sec. You're impressed the stamina bar for goals really manages everything? Yeah, it's... Yeah, it does certainly fit with the vibe of the anime, where a good goalkeeper can really just prevent everything. If you have enough plot armor, you can do just about everything you want. But yeah, I actually forgot I just kind of have this, so we can certainly bang out 2 goals with this. Easy, no problem. I just need to get through the defense with Sakurazaki, and that's, yeah, this is the easiest thing I've done in my life, actually. It's crazy what one good Sakurazaki can do for you. I'm not gonna front. So yeah, the Shunrai, this will easily go in. Yeah, this is 2900, like, it's almost double what he can ever reach here. So, unless he gets a save on this next shot, I think we're pretty much set for the advantage win still. So, saved by Sakurazaki, carried by Sakurazaki, some might say. You know, talking about enough plot armor, there is Sakurazaki, of course. Okay, I don't have anything for this. Let's see if the level difference is enough. It is not, so... Okay, gonna have to be a little quick with getting the ball back here. Okay, let me get it back like that. That works. This will also give me more power on a shot. Now, if Sakurazaki is far up there, that's good. Like, if he can get into the zone... Yep, there it is. And it is just that easy, actually. Gonui-san, and that will do everything. That will do everything we need for the last 2 minutes of this match. I'm not jinxing the save, hopefully. And there it is. Dead. Is your team just level 60? Did you intentionally nerf yourself? No, the game actually does this. When there is more than a 15 level difference between the teams you play against, it will cap your level to 15 levels above what the challenging team is. So since this team is level 48, I was nerfed to level 63. This team is actually level 99 on average, of course, but yeah. A save would be the funniest thing ever. Well, unfortunately, Vinny, you have not jinxed it for me. I have also not jinxed it for myself, so that's good. That means we can move on from this. And we can actually train up the second. Hold on. Level 61, he's getting moves. I guess we're not going to see it, but he did get moves. Legendary Sakurazaki, of course, makes sense. He did save the run for us. And yeah, I guess we're also just going to be collecting a lot of kits tonight, which is good. Getting more kits is certainly good for my collectionist urges. Yeah, the second, Vinny, you know it, you know it. I mean, there was only one coach we could really... Well, there was 2 candidates for coaches we could do, you know, for the delinquent team. It was either adult Xanark, you know, with regular Xanark on the pitch, or it was the second, who is the canonic coach of course, the delinquent team in Victory Road. And yeah, in the end, it was the second. Okay, Alpine. The Looming White Devil. Now, I know this goalkeeper, I think, is also Earth Element. It would be really funny. Would it not be really funny if we just pulled out the Tobitaka team against these guys? I mean, they are what? Level 48 again? Let's give it a try. Like, if we know the goalkeeper is, like, Earth Element, he's Wind Element. Yikes. I know nothing. I am clearly a fake fan. Okay. Well, that means we obviously have to pull out the Galaxy team. I mean, that makes the most sense in my mind. We have both Ryugal and Gandaras, and these are the good stupid duo as well. Like, these guys have all the moves that they have on my main team, so this should be a walk in the park. Yeah, no, I would have done it. I mean, I certainly would have done it if not for the wind element on the goalkeeper, actually. But okay, I mean, this is actually interesting. I've not used this team yet. I just set them up, but I never used them, so we're gonna see how this works out. There's actually, unironically, these are also not the right Gandaras and Ryugal. Yikes. Again, 2 imposters. But that's okay. I think that makes it more interesting, actually. Fake fanboy, literally. Yeah. Unfortunately. Look, there's only one character I'm a real fanboy for, and that's, of course, my girl, Hoshimi Kana, and Tobitakase, actually. Know everything there is to know about those guys, but the random-ass goalkeeper from GO1 Alpine? Yeah, no. Oh, this team is tension. That's good. So that means I just have to use a bunch of moves. And that'll get me tension. But that's, yeah, that's easier said than done, because these guys, unfortunately, also have Hisatsu. Unfortunately, even at level 48, the meager, the humble level 48, they are not feeble. And let's see. Hawaii, dude, we're dropping Grandpa's notebook pages like they're candy, so that's good at the very least. So here's Tundra. Mushroom hopper. Yeah, let me just use some moves to actually get the meter going. Banda has Dragon Crash, which is very interesting, but, you know, I guess it's cool. And that does... Oh, never mind, we're not tension. I mistook that. I'm Justice, apparently. Which is, well, I guess we're not doing sliding tackles, and we're not doing dash attacks. Yikes. Where's the girl Pawai in defense, carrying the defense? And fake Tsurugi, who is actually, he's instrumental to the victory, to the performance of this team. Like, you can't have a Galaxy team without fake Tsurugi. And then this guy just randomly has Whirlwind. But yeah. Okay, so that's good. I clearly have no idea what I'm talking about with these spare teams of mine. But, you know, that's okay. As long as we don't foul, this should work out. I also don't know what the meter does for the Justice playstyle, not gonna lie. But again, we're gonna find out together. Like, isn't that great? Also have no tactics on this team, I just noticed, so I have definitely done a good job preparing for myself. That is one thing we can say for certain now. Okay, I got fouled. Oh, well, I didn't get fouled, I just got sliding tackled, which is a fair thing to do. I can do power blocks, I guess, at risk of 1, losing, 2, losing my Justice bonuses, but well. I remember the good old days of Frostical White Blade actually having a foul rate. Yeah. Oh well. Again, dropping Grandpa's notebook pages like it's candy. Fake Tsurugi slipping through the defense is what I'm saying. Instrumental to our victory here. And I think with the chain with Gandares, this should... Okay, fake Tsurugi voices the moves. I guess I should have expected that, but for some reason I didn't. Does Pawai cheat in-game by reading people's minds too? Depends on what you mean in-game. I know in the Galaxy game she does do it, like for, yeah, as a cutscene, I guess, during the match you play against her, but does she have, like, an advantage as a player in every game because of that? No. No. It actually doesn't come through at all in the the gameplay. Yeah, GO1 is of course the realm of all the Cashins, so we're gonna see those again. Which has admittedly been a while. Okay. Kazuruma also has 2 totems, which I just noticed. That's pretty epic. Love that. They're chaining. Oh, okay. I mean, I guess that's fair play. Like, I'm doing it, so why shouldn't they, I suppose. I'd never expect the CPUs to actually use shot chains like that. Okay, here we go. First gameplay with Phobos, I suppose. I really want to use this guy. He's awesome, but never get to. Because I have good goalkeepers. I have Nero, which I definitely prefer Nero as an alien goalkeeper. Okay, let's get it back up. Let's not be too silly. 4 bars on the Justice playstyle here, which, again, no clue what that does, but I'm going to presume it's good. Okay, Absolute Barrier, which shouldn't affect me yet. I am kind of offside trapped, unfortunately, so couldn't really change anyone else. Yeah, Kazuruma having 2 totems, and like he's not even legendary. I think he's just purple. We just got like advanced Kazuruma. And he just has 2 totems. I mean, love that for him. I think he deserves it. He's like one of the only fair captains in Go Galaxy, but, you know. Overkill, certainly. You don't need 2 of them. One will always inherently be better than the other, I think. But, well, I'm not here to judge Kazuruma for having 2 totems, you know. Okay, that is just unfair. That is just unfair. This is... Change my mind. This is the worst stadium gimmick. The Pinball Stadium is perfectly fine in comparison to this. Like, hello? Having a random chance to lose the ball just for existing? Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that one, Chief. Not gonna front. Okay, Bellion Totem. And I have just enough tension to do Bellion Whip. That's beautiful. You love to see that. One last question? No, that's fine, Samurai. That's fine. You can ask me as much as you want if you're trying to understand the game. I would love to explain. Fatigue stacks. How do you remove fatigue? Swap the goalie or does it stay the whole match? That is actually a good question. I don't really know how the mechanics of fatigue work. I know that being scored on does, you know, take it away. I don't actually know if switching out has an impact on it, to be completely honest. I never tried it. But I love that fake Tsurugi's nickname is also just Tsurugi, which, well, you know, fair, but there you go. Still managed to clinch out the advantage win, so we're doing good, actually. Surprisingly, pulling, you know, everyone's pulling their weight, in spite of being nerfed to hell and back, and not having the good version of some of these characters, but, of course, the silly twins scoring all 4 goals, Gandara's getting a hat-trick. The guy had 5 fatigue drops. Yeah. That is true. Okay, 2 more Grandpa's notebooks. Yeah, these are good drops, man. These are really good drops. I need more of those. Fatigue increases for every shot the goalkeeper takes. It can go up to 5, each point giving a 5% KP penalty. Oh, changing your goalkeeper brings it down to 0. Okay, interesting. So switching out actually does work. That's good. That's good. You like to see that. Also, how's the delay on the stream? Like, it should be, I think it's low latency, but I have it like it kind of feels like some of the responses to the stream are coming through a little slow. So, you know, just checking up. Next up is Kirkwood, whose goalkeeper I believe is Fire. So, unironically, having the delinquent team here, no, he is Earth, which, you know. It's time for the Tobitaka team, actually. Pretty low delay. Okay, well, that's good to hear. I will take you at your word, I suppose. I'm gonna... Let's see. Yeah, no, I think everything should be fine then. Thank you guys for the feedback. Appreciate that. But yeah, Tobitaka team. Let's do that. It hasn't updated in the preview yet. We still have the Galaxy team there, but rest assured, we are pulling out the Tobitaka team. We are pulling out this guy real quick. Just because I think it will be funny. I don't know. I cannot guarantee that this is going to go well. In fact, I can't guarantee that we're going to get an advantage win because none of these Tobitakas have a shot. Counted around 15 seconds between commenting and the comments showing up in the stream chat. Okay. Okay, I mean, I think that's pretty fair. I think that's what it usually is. It used to be longer before I figured out that low latency was actually a thing you can do in exchange for, you know, lower bitrate, I think. But actually, I am getting a bit paranoid, so I'm just gonna check real quick what it actually is. I think it should be like, hold on. I'm gonna quickly rob you of the sound, but we're gonna get it back soon, promise. Let me see. Where can I see? Also, yeah, there's Tobitaka. There he is. Stream latency. It is low latency. Okay, so that's good. That's what it should be. Okay, fair enough. Then, yeah, let me put that back in its place. And we are gonna get into this match. You can stop looking at Tobitaka tapping his little feet against the ground as he's ready to block the most insane shots he's ever faced. Alright, there we go. Get the cursor off screen. Beautiful. Here we go. Rare drop match against Go Kidokawa. Pitch down, perhaps. Yeah, of course. This gimmick is not that bad, actually. What is bad is this team's playstyle, which I think is Breach. Every single Tobitaka on this team, not every single one, but most of them are Breach. So that is gonna make scoring a little bit more... Well, it's gonna be very hit or miss. The Breach playstyle is unironically really fucking ass. So, well, I suppose it's not gonna be much different from just using regular shots, with a slightly elevated chance of getting a Breach. But when it happens, it's gonna be hype. If it happens. But yeah, I love punching moves when they're used against me because they always end up back in my feet, the ball does. And at the very least, winning scrambles is gonna be pretty impossible, apparently. I was gonna say pretty good, because most of the Tobitakas should have good defensive stats, so... Manifesting Breach right now, that's what we need, Yami, that's what we need. Okay, Shinkuma #1. No, we're not gonna keep track, but cheers, Shinkuma. Yo, Panda, good evening, mate, good evening. You were showering? No worries, girl. Thanks for showing up. Yeah, we just, we did a few Chronicle matches here. We did a few rare drop matches. We've gotten up to Kidokawa, Go Kidokawa. And I'm just trying to kind of cycle through all the teams that I have, all the secondary, tertiary teams that I have on lock. But this should be the 1-0, I think, after 9 minutes of gameplay. Unless he pulls out a Hisatsu, which might... No, okay. That's 1-0, so... The great Tomizaka, that's him. The advantage win, well, we're gonna see. Like I said, it is always... Yeah. It's always very hit or miss. Okay, but yeah, scrambles are going well now, and I just got bullshitted by the game, so that's great. Did not notice that. Oh, hold on, so this guy's fine, but when I step on there, it's not fine. Okay, no, that's cool. That's alright. No worries. Let's see, get into this Tobitaka. Which I think is one of the hero ones. In fact, it is. He also has special kicks, as you might have seen. Okay, that's a good direct, though. It's going to do a bit of damage. I think that was a breach. Or a soft breach at the very least, because it went up from 600 to 1200, so... That's good. We need more of those. Is this offside? Was this a classic offside trap by Kidokawa? We're going to find out. I don't think it is. Touched the ball, so it wasn't. Okay, so second goal inbound anytime soon. The breach actually did deplete fully, so that means we did get a breach just now. It was just a soft breach, so wasn't enough to actually break through, I suppose. You remember farming this match a lot to get a copy of Yoshihiko? Who's Yoshihiko? Is that the little guy that's on the bench? The guy with the big hair, you know, who has his brother playing on the pitch? I think it might be. I like that guy. If that is the guy that we're referring to here, I like that guy. He's pretty chill. Him and his brother were good, actually. I like both of them. For different reasons. They have a good dynamic. They bounce off each other very well. Okay, sliding tackle. That's fair. Can't really blame him for that. Little guy with the big rooster haircut. Yeah, figures. Potential Shinkuma number 2 coming in. Yep. Shinkuma number 2. Alright, let's see. Back up. Need a bit of tension, because tension also increases the chance of getting breaches, I believe. Marginally, but, you know, every little bit helps. And of course, getting the sneak attacks in is going to be very useful. Just to get that extra tiny bit of power in. But for the most part, we're still banking on breaches, unfortunately, which I don't love doing. But that's just how it would be with this team, I think. Actually, I can use this. I think this should amp up my stats a little bit. The Ironclad Guardian, so we're gonna see about that. It marginally buffed me up, I think. So let me see if I can do a direct. Which should amp up my power a little bit more. Okay, so 800. That's not bad. It hit the wall, but it's not terrible. We're gonna get advantage time at the very least. If we get lucky and get a breach on like the last shot or something, then it's still possible to get the advantage win, but I wouldn't, yeah. Didn't hit that ball very well, so I don't think that's going to happen. In fact, I kind of need to strain to actually get this third goal in real quick. Which, with a well-placed Shinkuma, I should be able to do. Okay, that's good. That basically guarantees that we get the 3-0 at the very least. And another drop. Another Grandpa's Notebook drop. Okay, past the good Tobitaka, the best Tobitaka on this team, and then bada bing, bada boom. That should be the 3-0, so advantage time at the very least. I mean, playing with the Tobitaka team was always going to be... It was going to be high risk, high reward, I suppose, but the high reward has yet to happen. But hey, we get to listen to some of the Go themes, so this means my stream will be demonetized. W demonetization. W copyright on all the music that they put in this game for some reason. But yeah, so we get to play, at the very least it's a banger. This is one of the best themes from GO1 actually, so perhaps even the best, I dare say. No, there is the intro from Go Shadow actually, which Yeah, that one's also just incredible. Let's see, I think I need to keep this ball here, because if I place a blue Tobitaka, yeah, he's gonna fall into the water. Let's see. Fire drill, screwdriver. Okay, Tobitaka does not manage to get through, which is fine. Okay, there you go. It works out in my favor, except the ball just gets played to a different player from Kirukawa, so actually I got the short end of the stick when I did that. That's awesome. Okay, this guy's... he's not going off the pitch, okay. Que sera, sera, get up, get up. There's at least 3 better ones? Nah, you tripping. You tripping. Name me the 3 better ones, Vinny, outside of the GO1 Shadow theme, which, you know, if you mention that one, I will actually count that one, but... There's no shot there's 3 better intros than this one from GO1. And if you say Tanma De, no. Tanma De is not up there. Do I have to resort to using Killer Slide? Okay, I won't get to. That's good. Tobitaka should only be using Shinkuma. See, now the challenge is, do I even get up to 4-0 in the first place? Which I think I still could, but we're gonna see. Que sera, sera, get up. Seeing people say Tanma De is peak, it's alright. Like, it's a decent intro, as far as intros go in general, I think. It's iconic because it plays so much during, like, literally every season of Go. But aside from that, you know, it doesn't really impress me, to be completely honest. But I get what people think it's good, because they hear it so much. Oh, this guy just has the wall. Okay, interesting. From GO1, there's at least 2 better ones. Tanma De still doesn't apply, actually. And that's the end of the match. Okay, so 3-0, which, you know, that is fine. A victory is a victory, even if it's a bit longer than just getting a 4-0 in the first half. That's okay. We will be revisiting this, the hero battle at the very least, and we will be blowing these guys out of the water, so that is something to look forward to, I suppose. Damn, we got the whole squad laughing. All 11 Tobitakas, judging silently. Judging everyone who thinks Tanma De is top 3 Go intros. But okay, Fated Kirkwood Showdown, rare drop battle has been done. Let's go. Next up, Eternal Light. I've already done Ancient Darkness, because I wanted, I needed to drop, like, legendary copies of one of the guys to get one of the cash-ins that they have trigger, so I could put it on my OC, but haven't done Eternal Shining yet, so let's see. This goalkeeper is also Earth Element, actually. I know for a fact. But I don't know how I feel about, you know, pulling that out again. So what if we use the second team? What if we just use the secondary team? I feel like that is actually a fair thing to do. Like, I've been wanting to do that for a while. I've been wanting to train some of these guys up. And I just need to get more copies, honestly. Like, I need more copies for Nero because I don't have a good type for him yet. And we can get to see Goalkeeper Hoshi. Lock the fuck in. What's the name of the Spanish one again? I mean, are you referring to the one that literally says Que sera, sera? Or are you referring to the Chronostones one where it has the really exotic vibe? Because, well, the answer will differ, depending on what you mean. Okay, Eternal Shining, playing against Hakuryu. And we do have Suzuno, Gazelle, to actually counteract the goalkeeper here. Oh, the Chronostone one, see, that's a great question. I don't actually know what that's called, to be completely honest. I just know how it goes, I just know what the name, I don't know what the name is. Okay, this team is Tension. So that's going to be very fun to actually get that going, but getting it going within the first half is typically pretty tough. I'm going to see what we can do, of course, but having Suzuno take most of the shots here is probably going to be a sensible strategy. Even though, you know, he's very willingly giving it to Afrodi now. Might as well. Might as well get some early shots off to actually get the tension playstyle going. Jonetsu de Muna Atsu. Okay, okay. Apparently that's what it's called. Also, yeah, Gazuru, Barn, and Aphrodite, obviously. Like, come on. This is the secondary team. This is like the team with guys that I wanted to put on the main team. And well, I guess in the meanwhile, I have put Nagumo or Burn on the main team. But previously he wasn't, so wanted to have these three guys in here. Yeah, let's see here. Yurika seems to be on side, so that's good. I think just a regular power shot should do it. There you go. Yeah, that's the 1-0. W Yurika, let's go. Negative feedback is so cool. Why didn't they give it to him back in Strikers? That is certainly a good question. I couldn't tell you. But actually, negative feedback is like actually being treated rather poorly, even in this game, because I'm pretty sure it's one of the few moves that you can't actually buy in the shop. Which is insane, given that, well, you can buy about 90%, 95%, maybe even 98% of all moves in Inazuma 11 in the shop. Just for currency, you know? But I don't think negative feedback is one of them. Like, alongside rejection as well. Which, again, you know, pretty sad. It's a good move. It's a really cool move, but... Okay, let's see. Can I squeeze this past the castle wall? Surely Aphrodite should be able to do that. Yeah, it's looking good. Nice. Okay, that's the 2-0. See, with an actual functioning team, with a team with actual Hisatsu, this is going to be a lot more manageable, and it's going to be a lot more fun to watch as well, I think. But, you know, at the same time, cycling through all these teams it's entertaining, I think. I do enjoy it. I do enjoy seeing some of the silly teams that I made. And, you know, noticing how poorly they perform as well. But that's just fuel for me to work on them more, you know? Let's see. So, I don't actually have any moves that I can use. So, let's do it with Yurika instead. This goes so insanely hard, man. The animation for this move in this game, they popped the fuck off. Putting this on every edgy character that I have was like one of the best decisions I've made playing this game. Reverse World got nerfed from Chronosto into Galaxy, and in this game it is only 60 power and unobtainable. Yeah, as I said, it is unobtainable. As are voice lines for my Solideryx, actually. But apparently... Okay, I got the gamer girl. Oh right, I put her on this team, that's why. Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, why did I get her all of a sudden, but... No, but apparently Solideryx, which, you know, I learned very recently from Vinny, actually, looking this up. His voice actor has been changed out in Victory Road because the old one from the anime, yeah, from Strikers, retired like a few years ago. So, that's rough. You hate to hear that. Because the new voice actor, unfortunately, he just doesn't hit. He doesn't have the robotic tone down as much, unfortunately. Who just went k-k-k? Is that the guy with the blonde hair who just passed the Hakuryu? Interesting. Okay, well, let's see. We have full tension now, so it's gonna refill everything real fast. Goofy-ass guy tried to sliding tackle me from behind, but we got Chaos Break in this. Overburst Chaos Break. And I wish I could chain that, but I can't, so I'm just going to have to do a regular chain shot. But still gets up to 2014. Which I think is, funnily enough, the year in which the original Solideryx voice actor retired. But, you know, it's a sad little factoid for you to take home after this, I think. Solideryx sounds like depressed Goenji. Like, you're not wrong... How could she say something so controversial, yet so right, I suppose? You know what? Let me flex a little bit against the goalkeeper as well. Yeah, let me just do that. Use less tension every move that I pull off. Orion Cross Viper! Okay, and that, fellas and friends of different genders, should be the 4-0. And in fact it is. As long as you have tension, you can chain techniques. Yeah. Yeah. In fact, I have watched people play this game. People who are a bit more, you know, technically, let's say, knowledgeable. I have watched someone literally run down the timer that you have in the zone, just infinitely chaining low tension moves together with the tension playstyle. It is very much possible. Like, not infinitely, obviously, because there's, you know, there's a cooldown on every move that you use, and it's not going to refill before you get to pass the ball back again in another chain, but yeah, you can pretty much do it for as long as you want, in theory. Yeah, the Sephiroth Supernova length chain, yeah, which was really unnecessary, by the way, because I had like 100 KP, but certainly you did do that with Planet Break, so there's the 5-0. The original GOAT, my first favorite character in Inazuma 11, actually, Nagumo, or Burn, however you want to call him. Hakuryu trying to flex right at the end by pulling out Arthur, but it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Pull out Arthur, pull out Excalibur, pull it out of the stone, doesn't matter. Put it right back in, because we've got this match on lock. 5-0. And this is the difference. This is the difference of having an actual functional team, so I love that. You wish they'd kept the chain characteristics from the original games? Yeah, from the 3DS games. Yeah, where you can only, right, you can only use moves that are actually, you know, chain type. I don't know. You know how, you know what the thing is with like Victory Road and chain moves? I feel like the thing with Victory Road in that it, you know, it restricts you from using moves so much through the actual tension mechanic. You know, that kind of does a number on the way that you play the matches as well, in that it feels a little better when you can use the moves, obviously, but you gotta work real hard for it in Victory Road. So I feel like rewarding that work with also being able to use any move to chain, I think that's cool. And like, the thing is also, like, being able to shoot moves just at players, to actually shoot these moves backwards, or any direction, really, that adds so many more options. Like, I like it a lot, but I understand, you know, the fact that, oh, you know, previously we had dedicated chain moves and now we don't. What's the deal with that? I get that. I get that. Long shots and counter shots. I mean, long shots and counter shots are still the same. They have the same properties still, so... Yeah, and shot blocks. So they still have that. They still have those attributes. They just got rid of the chain in favor of giving it to every shot move, which... Again, I think as a reward for actually getting enough tension to use the moves in succession, I think it's a fair play, to be completely honest. Okay, another Earth Goalkeeper. They've got a lot of those, actually, on the Go route, the GO1 route. And yeah, I did already do Ancient Dark. Sorry, Panda. Sorry if that is perceived by you as cringe. I did already do that. I explained why as well, because I had to grind for one of the characters. I needed more legendary copies of one of the defenders, I think, to get the trigger cash-in for my OC back in the days. But yeah, now that that's done, I have done all of the difficulties. But yeah, okay. Pulling out the secondary team again, I think. And now, fellas, Pinball Stadium, which is, oh boy. Actually, I was just gonna work out for, you know, just a free match. That's gonna be interesting. Oh boy. But I do like this gimmick. I think it's fun. Like, it's that is a hot take, to be sure, but I like this gimmick. Let's see, Spatial Portal. I will almost certainly lose this. Yeah, I mean, double elemental disadvantage. Against Mahoro, that's not gonna work out. But hey, banger track in the background, so you gotta appreciate that as well. Absolutely predicted his ass. Read him like an open book. So let's see. The thing here is... Oh, I will certainly win this. I can't really shoot from the sides. That's the thing. So I have to really get into the center. And let's see. I guess I could play it to Suzuno. I think that's still safe. If not, this is going to be devastating, but I think this is still safe. And either way, using the overburst moves early game is good for the tension playstyle. Because it just kind of gets you up there, you know, it charges, like, immediately I have one charge just because I used one shot. And I think that is devastating. Okay, so it's gotta be directly down the middle, or you gotta be past the flippers, I suppose. Which is good to know. Let me see if Pawai can use Dust Kick. She can. Interesting. That actually worked. Okay. Let's see, because I think if I just move past, yeah, that should do it as well. So that's good. It has been a while since I played on this stadium. For better or for worse. Probably for better. They're not balanced. The 60 TP long shot costs the same as a normal 60 TP shot. Okay. And... like, yeah, there's an advantage to using long shots. At the same time, there's a disadvantage to using long shots. I mean, using one long shot just denies you from using every other long shot. So, like, I feel like the advantage of being able to shoot from a very long distance at the expense of using long shots just in general for a while, that kind of merits having the same power at the same cost as a regular shot, which you can use much faster and just across multiple characters. So, like, if the argument here is, you know, long shots are very overpowered because of this, I would actually say no, they're not, really. Moves with special characteristics should cost more tension. Well, again, I don't know if I agree with that. Because in the end, as well, like, what is realistically the chance that you're gonna use... Why am I debuffed, by the way? Everyone is debuffed, I guess. But in the end, what is the chance that you are gonna use a shot block, or like a block shot, as intended? Like, what is the chance you are using a block shot as a block shot? Most of the time, you will not. You will just use it as a regular shot. So in that sense, making it more expensive when it's just, in essence, a regular shot? No, that doesn't make any sense. Also, 17 KP left. Okay, fair enough. Gotta quickly lock in here and just go straight through the middle, I think. I do still like this stadium. Well, I like it better than the ice stadium at the very least. This should go in. He doesn't have tension. Yeah, okay, that's good. And no KP, so at the very least, the 1-0 in the 17th minute of the first half. But alright, I have more stuff to work with. And tension actually has charged. Okay, bro, can I just interact with Hocus here? That would be great. Okay, so now we can start doing things. I use the Shaolin Flash Step formation. Yeah, with the Chaos Break trio. And that should just allow me to use moves at a lower rate. So, let's see. Chaos Break. And this should get it up to full, I think. That would actually have been enough if the guy with the wall was not in the way, which is crazy. Well, with the Shadow Catch, of course, it wouldn't have been enough, but... yeah, the Shaolin Flash Stab with the Chaos Trio, that was aura. Absolutely, I mean, I agree. Called his ass out. Let's see if somehow we can clinch out... well, okay, well, that's going to make it a little more complicated, but if we could somehow clinch out a 3-0 still... I think if I get through one more time, like if I get into the zone here, which I in fact will, this should be enough. Even with 2 walls, I think this should do it. Okay, yeah, that's enough. So 2-0. I think the 3-0 is still possible. I just need to be really quick about it. I need to make it snappy. Because I have 1 minute left, so I need to sliding tackle with Aphrodite. Ooh, he's not fired up anymore. Yikes, that could be an issue. In fact, I think that will be an issue. Yeah, we're not going to make it at the advantage time. Yikes, first full second half of the stream. You hate to see that, but well, it is what it is. Let's see, moves have a cooldown? Yes, they do. They actually do, yeah. Once you use a move, I think you can't use it for, I don't know what the time is, like 30 seconds maybe. But that is certainly a thing. Yeah, absolutely. And let's see, let me change it up a little bit. Let's use Gojin. Let's just use Gojin, you know? W Gojin. Torch had a longer hand on the left side than on the right side. Yeah, that's because I was walking left. The hands will shift position when you're moving in a certain direction, so if you're going left, the hands will become bigger towards the left, because that's essentially where you're guarding. That's what you're fending off with your movements, so that's how it is. And yeah, I can spend more time in this stadium, that is true. You're right about that, Yami. Fair point, fair point. I do actually love that for me. No comments on that one. No comment on that one. Let's see. Spatial portal, huh? I have elemental advantage, but yeah, no. For some reason, Powai was able to do it, who's a defender, but, you know, Fudo, who's a midfielder with actual good midfield stats, he's not able to use it with elemental advantage as well. Okay, Gojin, actually don't do this. I want to play it Susanoo, who I think is now behind the flipper. Let's see. Yeah, that worked. Okay, good. Use Pan on your second team. You literally have a midfielder and a forward in defense. See, Panda, you just don't understand ball, I'm afraid. You don't understand ball. Cartson, card 2, he has to be in defense because he has Card Shark and it is a block move. Sorry. Also, I used him as a defender for the longest time in Chronostones as well. I think I had him on the main team. I eventually switched him back to being a forward, but you know, Card Shark being a block move, I had to make use of that. If you reach 4 goals or more before the end of the first half, you just end the match. Yeah, that is a mechanic that they introduced throughout the course of this game's lifespan. It wasn't there upon initial release, so you know, matches could be pretty long in Chronicle Mode. I think it was a very good implementation for them to actually, you know, add a quick win button, essentially, or a quick win condition. I do very much like that. I very much appreciate that as, you know, someone who doesn't want to sit through 2 halves when I'm already up 4-0, like they force you to do in the 3DS games a lot. Let's see if this is enough to actually bypass the flippers. I think it should be. Powai perform... Let me just get to the center, I think. Let's see if this works a bit better. You know, actually, in a way, it's kind of funny. I do think the flippers are funny. This is just pure rage bait, you know? Okay, that one got through, so that's good. This stadium is pure rage bait, and I'm all there for it. Because, like, if you go in with the highest AT, like, combination move, and you get cocked by one of the flippers... Yeah, that sucks, but at the same time, it's really funny for the other person, so yeah. Let's see, let me get past Araki, whoever this guy is. Let me not lose the ball to going... Ooh, okay. Did that somehow. Now, I would pass to the middle, but the flippers are gonna cuck me again. Why does Blood have the wall? Very interesting. Why did Blood, like, decrease my shot power by 1200? Again, very interesting. Okay, let's see. I would love to score 1 more goal. Not that it really matters, but... And there's the gambler. Okay, nice. This stadium's awesome, man. I love this stadium. Like, I don't care what anyone says. This stadium is funny as fuck. Liquid the floor! Let's go, Hawaii. Hawaii, in fact, is more goated. You are so right, Panda. More goated than Fudo. One dares declare. Also, yeah, I was in the red zone, I suppose, so that's entirely on me. Then again, the red zone is like, it's kind of vague. I don't think it's entirely accurate, to be completely honest, but there you go. That's the 4-0, that's all that matters. And you know what? Like Yami also pointed out rightfully, we just get to spend more time in the best stadium from GO1, you know? So that's fun. That's fun, I like that. Big ball trick. I don't think I've seen this move in this game, and we're not going to, because Susanoo is a little too crazy, apparently. Let me also use Veil of Light. It's not going to do anything, but I think this increases my KP when I have above 50% tension. But yeah, no, it's... Ooh, Ichiojo? Okay, hold up. That's cool. Ichiojo with Mahoro goes kinda crazy, unironically. And you know what? Everyone who's complaining about, oh, this stadium is so bad. This stadium is so bad. Just remember that all like these turquoise circles, they used to be bumpers as well. Like the ball would just bounce off there immediately. I think it was like that in the anime. I don't know if it was like that in the games, in the 3DS games, I forgot. But, okay, here we go. 4-0, won the match once again. And we get the Mirage kit, which is fun. A lot of different drops as well. Not really getting out the drops I need. I need more Nero spirits, but yeah, they seem very apprehensive to give them to me. But well. They nerfed the bumpers, yeah. Some of the turquoise bumpers on the pitch in this game, they're just like there. They don't do anything, like even if you step on them or if you play the ball onto them. They're just there, they're just decorations on the ground, unfortunately. But, okay, let's see, we got 1, 2, 3, 4 more teams to play the rare drop battle against, and then we can move on to legendary hero battles, rather. Legendary battles is, that's a hero's thing. But let's see, the Revolutionaries with, again, well, Earth Goalkeeper, who would have thunk. But let's switch it up a little bit. Let's not use the secondary team again. Who can we use? We can use the Delinquent team and just use Ozarok instead of Sakurasaki, or like any of the other forwards, to be completely honest. So let's do that. I want to train up with the second, of course, to be an actual functional coach. That would be awesome. Alright. If you ever feel useless, remember the blue bumpers. I suppose so, but specifically the blue bumpers. Specifically the blue bumpers. From the stadium in the Victory Road incarnation. Yeah, still have not changed in the good Hoshi, I suppose. But let's switch in Ozarok instead of Sakurasaki, so we actually have elemental advantage against the goalkeeper here. And aside from that, I think we're good. The entire bench, 80% of the bench is fire element. So that doesn't bode very well for the switch-ins in this game, but it is what it is. I'm going to battle France, the Revolutionaries. Yeah, for sure. For sure. I wonder if I actually got a unique kit from this. I mean, surely I got something. Let's see, the Revolutionaries, not that impressive of a team, to be completely honest. They're just a mashup of all the previous teams we've played against in the Holy Road tournament so far. Most of the captains are here, I think. I think this team was literally just erected to actually help Raymond train for the upcoming matches against more seeds, you know? These are the teams that are actually helping the revolution that Raymond has started, and now they're helping them train. Because the teams from this point forward, they're mostly controlled by 5th Sector, I believe, with the exception of maybe, like, what are they called? Universal? Yeah, Universal. 93% on fucking, yeah. %, and I lose. Okay. Interesting. Very intriguing. I guess the game really just does not like me. I hit a 7%. Okay, hold up. Pull off a cheeky Gungnir. Oh boy, the kit that drops from this. Oh boy. It makes you angry, Vinny. Curious. What could this possibly mean? This doesn't bode well for whatever joins from this. Vinny is kind of the kit guy in the community, not gonna front, so, you know, I take his opinions on kits and such at face value. Imagine if it's just like an away kit for something. Imagine if it's the Kirkwood. This is the Kirkwood away kit, I think. Alright, we're gonna get... There it is. Classic Ozodok. Yeah, we're gonna get that a lot. Prepare to hear that a lot of times. Not gonna lie. Gigantes! And I do not have tension for anything. This is again a problem with this team. I do not have tension for jack shit. But at the very least, I also do not have an opportunity to get past this wall, so we're gonna just have to do it like this. Low drive with 1350 power, okay. Okay, not too shabby. It does half, it does less, of course. That is not offside somehow, so I'd love to see that. No, this guy thinks he can block me. Nice try, buddy. Now we have the elemental advantage, and actually we just outpower him up front, so that's a 2-0. That's good. I think with Ozodok, it will be significantly easier to score or to get up to the 4-0. I'm not gonna lie. Actually, using Ozodok for the first time tonight, for the first time in weeks, I'm pretty sure. And I do win the Cashin interaction. Love that for us. And yeah, this stream that I'm doing now, this is very good for getting the materials that I need to actually build characters. Because I'm dropping so many notebooks, and I love that for me. Notebooks are so hard to get. I think they're the rarest resource to drop from matches. And thank you for the pass to Zanark. Very much appreciated, in fact. Put it back to Ozodok. And lock in the 3-0. Yeah, that will do it. But yeah. It's going pretty swimmingly so far. I like that. So how are we all doing tonight, you know? We're not doing anything especially special tonight. But... we are doing a chill stream, so let me hear from you guys. How are we all doing tonight? Like, is life going well? How's the weather over at your place? Over here, it has been atrocious, not gonna lie. Today was a very bad day, weather-wise. Work-wise, it was alright. Weather-wise, pretty terrible. Pretty terrible. Big storms, apparently there was hailstorms. Actually, just, you know, appearing all over the country. Which, you never love to hear that. You do love to be able to pull off an Exile cannon, finally. I hope they add a voice line for Ozodok voicing this, because there's no reason why he shouldn't. But yeah, Nederland moment, I know, Nederland moment. Getting, I suppose, hail and rain literally smack dab in the... well, it's not the middle of summer. Also, I won by 2 attack points, so again, very much appreciate that game. Thank you, shout out to you. Tomorrow you'll go to the movies with a friend? I read that, Panda. I actually did read that. That's good. What film are you even going to? Like, what's in cinemas right now that's interesting to watch? I honestly could not tell you. If there is anything. Okay, we're already up to the 4-0, so this will just be an advantage win. So yeah. I'm gonna also close my shutters in a bit, I think, because, yeah, as you can tell, the light is kind of disappearing from outside now. I was able to have them open for quite a bit, which is nice. Like, you can keep them open longer and longer, because it just doesn't get dark until, well, literally 10 PM. So, but for the purposes of you guys actually, you know, seeing me, I think it will be beneficial for me to turn on a light and close the shutters. Had a storm, but now it's fine, Samurai. At least it's not super hot. Yeah, I agree with that. Like, last week, insane. Insane. I was suffering. Especially because, you know, we went to a convention. I went to Dokumi. Like, I also posted on YouTube, actually, on Instagram, and in the server as well. And it was insane. Like, the warmth was just... it was unbearable. I was dressed up on the second day long pants, long coat, Detective Bad from Ace Attorney. I was suffering. 26 degrees. It was... yeah, it was terrible. And there you go. That is that. Also, it seems like... oh, okay. I got a pop-up, but I think that's because I don't have enough space anymore on my computer to keep recording. So, well, that's fine. I didn't even want to record this, to be completely honest. So actually, let me free up some space and just not keep that on here. I think that's probably for the best. Let's see. It would be this one. Oh yeah, that's just 9 gigabytes. Yeah, like there's no reason for me to record this, because nothing's gonna really happen, to be completely honest. But yeah, okay. What is this? Is this... did they call this the Revolutionaries kit? Well, well, well. I do believe this is just the Away Kirkwood kit, the Away Kidokawa kit, but, cha, what can you do? Okay, let me actually, you know, put my money where my mouth is and turn on the light. That's 1. Closing the shutters is 2. Also, I am in fact in the Hoshi cosplay tonight. I have the socks as well. I have the knee socks, which right now is actually not that much of a luxury. Let me bring my microphone up here. It's really not that much of a luxury currently, because it's not that warm right now. It has been raining all afternoon, so it's like 16 degrees out, and it really was not that warm. I could very easily wear socks like this right now, so that's nice at least. Look at the kits in the inventory or whatever. The fucking kit, yeah, it's just the Away Kidokawa one, right? I think so. Do you have the armbands on the right sides? I think I do this time. I had them the wrong way around in the original cosplay, which, again, I blame on having to leave in a rush, leave the hotel in a rush. Didn't have time to do anything, didn't have time to apply my eyeliner, bro. You know how it is. But I think they're on the right side now. I have, let me pull up the picture of Hoshi to make sure that I do. I had to take a screenshot of her outfit in the game, because none of it is publicly available. But let's see. Hoshi outfit, that's what it's called. That's what I need. They are, in fact, on the right side. It's just, you know, yeah. They should be mirrored, I guess. Because in my picture, she's standing facing towards me, I suppose. No eyeliner again, excuses, excuses. Yeah, whatever. Legitimately did not have the time. Look, here's the thing. Here's the thing with actually, you know, what I wanted to do for the full... Actually, y'all are not even paying attention, bro, because I'm not wearing the choker. Like, you don't know ball. You don't know ball. I have the choker right here. I'm not going to put it on because it's like one of the least comfortable things I've ever worn. Primarily because due to the fact that I'm a guy and I have this funny thing called an Adam's apple right here. And that really makes it very uncomfortable. Not gonna front. But let's see, what is Universal again? What do they have to offer? Well, would you look at that? A Earth goalkeeper. Who could have expected this? Let's just use a different team again. Let's see, what can we do? What is interesting to... The Tobitaka team is an option. I also have a wind forward on this team. On the Victory Road OCs. What else do I have? Do I have like wind forwards here? I guess I have Hillary and Banda, but... Or do we just like blow them out of the water with the main team? You know, it has been a while since we used the main team. You know what, lay off. Fuck it. Let's absolutely destroy these guys real quick. Let's destroy the Glasswork Genius. Okay. Yeah, but here's the thing. Like, the thing I wanted to do with like the whole cosplay, the Hoshi cosplay, is I wanted to go the full mile, right? I got the choker, I got the armbands, I even bought eyeliner. Like, I went to the drugstore, to the Kruidvat for all the Dutch people, and I bought eyeliner. It was a really nice eyeliner as well. But, yeah, I didn't apply it in the end, because low disk space. Yeah, I know. Okay, hold on. It's urging me to free up space, so let me do that real quick. Okay, there we go. Literally just deleted one of the recordings that I just made. We don't need that. We need those 9 gigabytes. God knows we're not going to use them for anything else. Anyway, getting interrupted again while I'm sharing this story. So here's the thing. I wanted to do everything, bought a really nice eyeliner. It didn't apply in the end because I was dressing up as Hoshi on the Sunday. So like the last day of Dokumi, the last day of the con. And the thing with that was, we kind of wanted to get to the venue relatively early. Because there was a thing that my friend wanted to get at like one of the official stands, but it sold out really quickly the days prior. So he wanted to try to get to the venue kind of early, right? And the night prior, the Saturday evening, and when we came back from like the entire day of walking around and such, I tried applying the eyeliner. I was absolutely ass at it, which is, I think, is pretty understandable, to be completely honest. Also, yes, wie kruidvat, steeds verrassend, altijd voordelig. Absolutely. So yeah, I wanted to do it the morning as well, but you know, I didn't want to hold up my friend because I'd basically been dragging them around all weekend, so I figured, you know, might as well do something back for a change. Might as well actually hurry up and make it so that we can maybe get the thing that he wants. In the end, we didn't get the thing he wanted because it literally sold out 10 minutes after the con opened, which it opened at 10 AM, and we got there at roughly, I think, 11:30. So yeah, we never could have made it in time. Even we would have had to literally leave at 8 AM to even get onto the venue on time. But yeah, well, in the end, didn't get it, which, you know, bit of a shame. But I don't think I would have really... Yeah, no, I just don't feel comfortable with applying the eyeliner yet, because I'm not good at it, and I want it to actually look good when I go for it. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist like that. And yeah, it was far from perfect, let me tell you that. Which again, I think is pretty understandable, given I am a guy and I've never applied eyeliner in my life. Not even for someone else, so... But yeah, literally, Lucas, the con opened at 10 AM every single day. And that ass, when we got to the stand that my friend wanted to go to, the clerk was just like, oh yeah, we sold out of item X that you wanted 10 minutes after the con opened. So again, damn, Kusaka's getting passed around like a fucking football. We would have needed to get to the venue basically an hour before the venue even opened. We would have had to stand in line and just beeline it for the stand that he wanted to buy something at. Otherwise, we wouldn't have made it on time. So I guess that's something to keep in mind for the next time. But yeah, the run on that was absolutely insane. Ooh, presto turn? Okay, interesting. He's not gonna do it because I have Hayabusa, but... Date idea, learning how to apply eyeliner? I'm not against it, I suppose. It'd actually be kind of useful for future reference, I suppose. If I ever need to run a disguise or another, you know, if I actually want to run makeup for one of the cosplays I'm doing, then that could actually be very useful, yeah. So maybe. Also putting down the controller like I'm gonna score with a regular shot. The absolute audacity that I got from scoring 3 goals in like 10 minutes. You know what, I don't think this guy's gonna pass, but nice try. Lucas, you want to cosplay Banme or Soramiya? Okay, hold on. And Panda wants to cosplay Pan. Okay, hold up, we're cooking. Here's the thing. If we do that, or if you guys do that, then I will go as Hoshi. We'll just go to one of the Dutch cons, and we'll just stroll up as the Victory Road squad. Thoughts? It would be peak, I'm afraid. It would be utter peak. And then the second issue is, I wonder if anyone would even recognize. I mean, surely, right? You gotta imagine, peak recognizes peak. Surely. Oh, right, you can't do eyeliner yourself, Yami. Well, then... I'm certainly not gonna teach you anything, so I don't know how productive such a date would be, to be completely honest. But there we go. There's the 4-0 I've been waiting for. That I've been kind of easily breezing through. Oksu cosplay 1? Yeah, Vinny, that's your task, I think. I think you're better suited to doing Oksu cosplay, not gonna lie. I don't feel as passionately about Oksu as you do, by a large margin, I think. Which is for the best, you know, everyone has their own thing that they're a little autistic about, so... Ooh, okay, okay, press the turn here, okay. But yeah, fortunately this team is still just... It's not going to be beaten by anything this low level. It's not going to be beaten by anything, period. Also, yeah, goodbye. I'm just gonna... I think I'm just gonna write this one out, to be completely honest. I really wonder how this interaction is gonna look like. Like, where is this defender gonna end up? Just in the same place he was. Okay, cool. Shifting sands is pretty fun, actually, as well. Not gonna lie. That's one of the more fun gimmicks, too. Basically, well, only just because it causes these kinds of interactions to happen in this game. But, I don't think it was actually that impressive in the 3DS games either, so... You've never cosplayed or even visited a con, so it'd be extremely scary for you? And the sensory overload, yeah, okay. The sensory overload is, it's certainly a salient issue, I can tell you that much. I mean, even for me, well, not even for me, you know, because I'm an introvert as well. I get pretty exhausted by large groups of people. So it was pretty draining for me the whole weekend, but I imagine for you it must be even worse. Yeah. But it's like, here's also the thing, right? And this is easier said than done, but I'm an introvert as well, so it was pretty scary for me to go to a con at first as well, but once you do it, like once or twice, and you get kind of used to it, it's much easier to also do it with a friend, or like with someone you know, someone you trust. Like, it could be your mom, your dad, a friend, it doesn't really matter. Just going with someone really helps. Especially if you're going in cosplay. Yeah. That's for sure. But I understand it's a big step. It's like, it's pretty difficult for people to actually push the button and say, oh hey, I'm gonna dress up as a character in public, you know? I'm basically gonna celebrate Carnival outside of Carnival season. Yeah, that's essentially what it is. And that is always how I'd like to justify it, actually. But, ooh, Saturn. Okay, okay, and Amamiya. Okay. Got the goalkeeper from this team, which is pretty cool. I always like this guy's design. The rings around his neck are actually his hair as well, which is very interesting. Koningsdag ain't that bad. Koningsdag, well, that depends on where you go. Koningsdag in Amsterdam is pretty terrible, I've heard. People-wise. I imagine, like, if you go to a place like Eindhoven or something, it's much more bearable. Breda. I've heard some good things about Breda as well. They always have the Radio 538 festival there. I swear to God. Like, are we looking at these goalkeepers? This one is again Earth Element. Like, how many Earth goalkeepers do we have in a row now? Like, this is, I know for a fact the next one isn't, because that's Senguji, and that's Fire Element. But 1, 2, 3, like this one as well, right? 4, 5. 5 Earth goalkeepers in a row is crazy, by the way. If you have wind forwards, you are thriving in this route. I'm telling you. But yeah, I'm not going to destroy these guys with the main team, of course. We will pull out, let's see. Do we run it back with the Tobitaka team? Do we run it back with the Tobitaka team? What do we think? Ancient Dark Goalkeepers, Fire. Yeah, exactly. That's why I stopped there. You know what? I think we actually run it back with the Tobitaka team. I think that's fun. This is like, canonically, this is the finale of the Holy Road tournament. Of course, it gets interrupted by the real final boss of this route, but, well. Mount Olympus. Okay, let's see. Full Tobitaka team. Again, we're going to be leaning heavily on Breach here. If I get advantage time with this team again, I think that's going to be perfectly alright with me. Alright. Get that cursor off my screen. Let's see. Breach again. So yeah, I forget what really triggers Breach in the first place. I think it's just taking shots or like direct shots. Not entirely sure, but we're gonna see. Okay, time for a Shinkuma, I think. Yikes, got beaten out by Zigzag Spark. You hate to see that. Yellow card. Ref. That was a clean sliding tackle. What are we doing? Get that guy. And again, this little fuck ass dipshit. No one cares. Give me back the ball. Yeah, let's see. 1900 KP. Oh boy. Yeah, this is gonna be leaning heavy on breaches. Not gonna lie. This time. Yep, this time it works. Let's go. Yeah, I mean, back on the topic of cons, it is really fun to go, but I really cannot stress enough that... Holy shit, hold on. Are we being thrown a bone by the game here? No. The goalkeepers just jump a little bit too far, I'm afraid. Sorami or Banme seem easy-ish to play, to cosplay. I mean, Banme certainly. I don't know about Sorami, because he has an interesting hairstyle, to be sure. Unless you decide that, okay, maybe the hairstyle is not that, you know, it's not that necessary to copy, which honestly, valid. I didn't do it for Hoshi either. I just used the mask. And it wasn't even like a proper mask. It was just, you know, the kind of summer mask that some of the Fae special heroes also have. Just hanging from the side of my head. It worked out, to be honest. So yeah, there's options. There's always options. Goofy ass laugh, bro. And you're not getting to do acrobatic keep. You don't think you'll do the hair? That is entirely valid, Lucas. I don't think you should, to be completely honest. If you were to do it, you would almost certainly need a wig, because that thing is not being controlled. Like, I don't know where that hair is supposed to go, but it's going in all kinds of different directions. Ooh, they gave him Killer Elbow? Hold on, that's cool as fuck. So that means they must have, like, updated his moves at some point, right? Because Killer Elbow was not in the game from the start. It was obviously updated, it was added with the Galaxy update, I suppose. Okay, hold on. This is finally the first goal after 16 minutes of gameplay. So, huge occasion, and now you, of course, breach. So now I get a breach when the goalkeeper is on literally 150 KP. So this is... Killer Elbow was in the game before the Galaxy update? Was it really? That's so interesting. That is so interesting. It still baffles me that they decided to include Galaxy moves when they didn't have a single Galaxy character in the game yet. Absolutely baffling. I mean, it's cool. It makes these characters, these older characters' movesets a lot more interesting. Okay, you know what? Ironclad Guardian. Let's see. Tobitaka, back to the center. Can you, like, move up? Okay, well, that's fine, I guess. If you'd done a bicycle kick, that would have been better, but it's fine, I guess. Okay, that guy's called Hyperion, which is a pretty cool name, actually, to have in the dub. The same name as the Wyvern of one of my favorite characters from Fire Emblem. I mentioned Fire Emblem a lot during the Inazuma 11 streams, which is inevitable, I'm afraid. Ooh, okay, hold up. I won the 47 after losing the 93 during one of the previous matches, so love that. I was about to say, if you love me, you will give me a breach now, so that's good. Breach playstyle is working out somewhat, I guess. Like, I kind of need one more to get the advantage time. Is it gonna happen? Probably not. If I max out my tension, maybe. But that's not happening because I need to get the ball back. Useful breach for a change. The last one certainly wasn't. Ooh, hold up. Ishido, yeah. That's cool. Love that. Okay, so essentially... I need to get a breach, like, right now. And it's a good thing I didn't lose the ball there. But also, there's the strongest Tobi attacker that I have on this team. It's on target. It's not gonna hit any of these walls, so if you love me... Game does not love me. Yikes. You hate to see it. That is a second half, full second half against Mount Olympus. That's alright. This is a team that you don't get to see a whole lot of in this game, because literally the Chronicle match is just, you play like half the game, maybe not even, you play like 15 minutes maybe, and the game just gets interrupted by Dragon Link just spawning in. I think it's one half, it's one full half in the anime, and like the rest of the games as well, so it's gotta be in this game as well. I forget, because it's been a while, and honestly, most of the Chronicle Mode stuff before, you know, they actually started doing well with the designs for the matches, I've just kind of blocked it from my mind. Another notebook, love that. Tobitaka, who lost power when taking a shot, okay, okay. Found out yesterday that Destroyers, one of the only BB Stadium teams you actually like is Breach. Ugh, yikes. Destroyers being Breach is rough, to say the least. Not even kinda rough, that is really rough, because Breach is such a useless playstyle, needless to say. Go my Tobitaka. And of course they have air bullets. Everyone has air bullets on this team. This is like one of their signature moves, I'm pretty sure. So yeah. Oh, goalkeeper fumbling? Nah, he's gonna catch this, but... he's running out. Yeah, he got that, okay. In a previous update, like a maybe... previous version, he wouldn't have had that, but it would have had to have been a while ago. Okay, Heartbeats. Which I will block with just a power block. Nice. The Dragon Link match is also kind of boring. Captain is the only character to use a Hisatsu in that team. Yeah. The excuse, you know, for that being, oh, everyone is a seed, everyone is a Kashin user. So we don't really need to have them use Hisatsu, I suppose. They don't even use, like, Ratatat Pass. I forget what, like, the... I forget what that move is called in Japanese, but you know what I mean. Did they not use it in, like, the episode? Probably not, then. If you say that, you know, the captain is the only one to actually use a Hisatsu. I would believe that, because, well, I know for a fact he uses King Fire. Or King Burn. Okay. Ando's Trail. I need those too. Speaking of cosplays, I need a wig. Tobitaka Seiya himself. Damn right about that, brother. And that's why I will most likely never be cosplaying Tobitaka Seiya. Because I am not making that wig. If I were ever to do it, I would probably buy the wig somewhere, but still. King Fire is the only Hisatsu Dragon Link uses. Okay, yeah, that's pretty sad, but... now I get a Breach. Like, again, at the least impactful moments possible, I get the breaches. Like, I don't know what it is. When the goalkeepers are on 100 KP, that's when they decide to pull out the breaches. Oh well, what can you do? At the very least, I'm getting breaches, you know? Could have sat here for a whole match without getting a single breach. That would have been boring. There's the focus point. That's good. Basically doubled my power. Another breach? Okay, hold on. Now we're cooking. Get that guy. Fuck you. And then one more shot. Surely this defender fumbles. Yep. Well, well, well. Would you look at that? If only the first half could have gone like this, we wouldn't even have needed to play the second half, probably. The irony of us cosplaying short characters when we're Dutch and tall, yeah, that's... the irony is certainly not lost on me, I can tell you that much. Like, to be honest, it was pretty difficult to put this stuff together, because, like, I needed clothes that were accurate, like, color-wise, obviously, and such, but I also needed stuff that actually fit me. which is already kind of an issue most of the time, let alone looking for specific clothes. Like the socks. The socks were the most difficult part. Because in the first place... Okay, I'm offside. In the first place, have fun looking for knee socks for guys. And in the second place, have fun looking for knee socks for guys. I have shoe size 46 for reference. 46, 46 and a half. Like, it is a hard world out there for big feet, brother. But hey, managed to make it work. So, yeah. No, I'm happy with how I pulled it off. Dutch is being tall, fork found in kitchen. Taller than the Brazilian. Yeah, hey, checks out. What can I say? The Dutch are just kind of superior in that regard. In most regards, really. Like, especially compared to Brazil. But, they say numero uno del mundo, but I don't think so. I don't think so, mate. Goofy ass. Death Sword on your tiny ass is not going to get through. Especially not against the Go Tobitaka. Okay, now we're up here. That's big feet. Yeah, that's true, Vinny. You know what they say about people with big feet? Big hearts. That's it. You better not have been thinking about something else. Yeah, the shoe sizes do vary country by country. That's true. I don't really know what the threshold for like the Brazilian shoe sizes is, but here 46 is... Well, 46 is big over here as well. It is really up there in terms of, you know, shoe sizes, obviously. Okay, 2 more Grandpa's Notebooks and 4 CDs. Like, these are all very good resources. I have a shit ton. I have Shadow Plans pages coming out of my ass, so I don't need those. I need the inspirational quotes, I need the Legends of Endless Trail, and I need the Grandpa's Notebook. So these drops are really good. I love that. You wear 42 in Brazilian shoe size, then unironically, we might just be using the same size chart, to be completely honest. Like, it feels pretty right to say that that's kind of the same distribution size-wise. Let's see, Southern Claw is the last rare drop match that we have to play on the GO1 route. So let's knock that one out real quick. Actually, not an Earth Goalkeeper. You'll love to see that. It is a Wood Goalkeeper, which is actually very rare in the Go route specifically. But let's have a look. What can we do against that? I suppose, unironically, the OC's team kind of works out, because I have like 3 fire forwards, so we could definitely go with that. Let's try that. We can actually play the Victory Road Scouts at like mostly their inherent level, so that's good as well. Desert Sovereigns. Let's see. Very insignificant match in the actual Go game, of course, and also in Victory Road, actually, so... Seems like it is the same distribution. Yeah. Oh, your 42 are 44 in Europe size. Okay, so scale that up. I guess I would have I guess I would have a 48 in Brazilian size then, maybe? I don't actually know how the chart works out in that regard. I'm just going off the fact that it's two marks above, I guess, but... Okay, immediately getting hit with the Slice and Dice. And he actually voices it as well, Twin Mixer, which... Interesting, okay, didn't know that. We're actually getting to learn new things as well. Or I am, at the very least. Okay. Counter actually... Okay, that's true. Counter, I think, immediately just refills the entire bar when you steal the ball from the opponent. So, that is good. Let me pull out the Cavalry Advance. I think I will need quite a bit of tension to get any goals going here. This is one of the post-game teams, one of the teams that only unlock after you've beaten Galaxy, I'm pretty sure, so... It's gonna be pretty difficult to score here, I imagine. Tsutankaku's shooter! Okay, 2036 actually, with elemental advantage. That's enough. W Hinata! Let's go! Actually, maybe this is not that bad. You know, we are kind of a high level now as well. So maybe this will work out. But let's not count our chickens before they've hatched. And again, I think what Vinny said earlier, the counter playstyle, when it's fully filled up, you have higher offensive stats, which it looks like it actually is doing that, so that's good. Love to see that. And let's do... well, can I could... I got cocked, that's fine. And again, the shifting sands, because we are in the stadium that was used for the Universal match as well. Hinata beautifully positioned here to get past almost all of the defenders. You found a chart that compares. If it's accurate, Brazilian size is just Europe -2. So I wear 44 Brazilian size. Okay, interesting. 44 Brazilian size. I mean, that's still pretty big, I think. It sounds pretty big at the very least. Which, you know, not that having big feet is like a status symbol or anything, but I think it's always interesting to compare stuff like that, you know? Let's see. Death Sword. You lost height, Panda? Well, I think that's a good call to actually run a quick posture check, you know? Don't be shrimping in your gaming chair. Gotta actually take care of that posture. Though if I do, I think like the top of my head, yeah, I'm looking at it right now on my stream, the top of my head kind of disappears behind the frame, not gonna lie. Which that is entirely my own fault because I set up this stream myself. But that's also pretty easy to fix. I think if I just... there you go. Now I'm entirely in view. Also, I'm distracting myself, but I do have a change shot to do here. It's okay, that should be the 2-0. That should be a pretty easy lock-in, and a breach again from Hinata. Let's go. A 44 here and a 46 there, the same size. Okay. If you think you have big feet there, you have big feet here. Well, I mean, that's... yeah, I guess so. I mean, big feet are not just going to be smaller when you move to a different country, you know? The numbers are relative, of course. Okay, well, I did count my chickens before they hatched, clearly. 10 minutes left on the clock and I need 2 more goals for the advantage win, but it's not impossible. I still have Tsutenkaku Shoot, which I think I might actually be able to chain into a Spinning Transam from Beanie Girl. So I can in fact do that. And then I can still chain it back to Hinata. Which should get it up there in terms of power. I think this should end up at like a 1500 roughly. Yeah. And then in full it's 2100. It's gonna get blocked by this defender, but with elemental advantage. Tja, what can I say? Hinata may just be a little too crazy, even in Victory Road. He doesn't even have anything. He doesn't have equipment, doesn't have beans. He has nothing. Hinata crits, even in Victory Road. Exactly, Yami. Exactly. You've got it. Okay, but let's see. What if we just send him up there again? What if we just send Hinata up there again, you know? That's a win. I do not have moves. I have no one with me either, so... need a bit more for this guy to get in there. As soon as he does, there we go. Let's just rip one shot with this guy, because I think he actually has a higher kick stat than Hinata. And then, I think we can try to do the low drive of the Tsutenkaku Shoot with Hinata. Oh, he's being dragged back by the sand. I see what's happening here. Grandpa's notebook? Okay, hold on. We gotta not fuck around now. I gotta get into the zone. Which, can I? Hold on. Bijimaru? If you love me, okay. That's good. Aggressive beat. Let me get to the zone. I think I can do this. Hold on. I was there. The prompt was there. The prompt was there. Okay. That's okay. That's okay. Advantage time is still fine. That's still good. Actually, I forgot to put in the third fire forward, so we're just gonna absolutely destroy these guys now. If they want a second half, they will get a second half. a second half to remember. Okay, so Kaza step, which he does win with. Interesting. Can you give a couple of spare centimeters to me? Yeah, Yami, you're about the first person I imagine asking that question. But you know what, Yami? That's fine. Your size is fine. Like, you stress about it. You know, you don't stress about it, but like, you know, you'd like to be a bit taller, but who cares? Size is not what matters, as they always say. It's what you do with it. And what you are not doing enough with it is stealing people's kneecaps, I think. Or biting people's ankles. Like, you should be doing that more. Now, 158 is a perfect size for that. Okay, finally, here is the Fortinil. So that means we can leave with our head held up high. Gamer Girl scoring, buff Gamer Girl. And that should just be all of the rare drop matches for GO1 done. So that's very good progress. But now we need to do all of them as hero battles as well. Which, well, we can actually play with the main team. And the secondary team, potentially. But the main team, I think, is going to be a lot easier to just play with. And I'm getting so many notebooks from this match. It's insane. You saying I should be more like Hoshi? I mean, can I make it, like, can I somehow make it more obvious? Can I somehow make it more obvious? Yes, actually. I mean, not to the point of, you know, becoming an actual punk rock artist, but, you know, stealing people's kneecaps, biting ankles, yeah, sure. Do it. You know, you gotta exploit your strengths, and your strength is just being small enough to actually, you know, reach people's knees unharmed. Holy shit. Is Hinata just this goated, actually? Breach with the low drive? Incredible. Another notebook? Jesus Christ. Was that like 4 in one match? What are the drop rate on those things? It's like, is it 3% or something? Incredible odds, regardless. Like, really nice to be getting this money. Because you need them for so many cool moves, which is unironically a problem sometimes. But okay, nice. That is the last, like I said, the last rare drop battle that we needed to do for the GO1 arc. So beautiful, we're done with that now. Now we can move on to hero battles. Which, well, they're going to be a lot more exciting, because there is the opportunity to, of course, drop, well, hero characters. Hasn't happened a lot to me, but recently I did drop Hero Gandaras, so that was pretty exciting. But yeah, okay, 3 notebooks, that's really, really nice, actually. Bond stars as well. Do you want to be my test subject for stealing kneecaps? I think I'd like to, you know, keep my kneecaps personally, but I appreciate that I'm the first person you offered it to. Very much appreciate that. Thank you very much, Yami. But I will, unfortunately, have to pass. Okay, now let's see. Hero battles. Hero battles, we have to do a few more of, because there's a few back here that I haven't done yet. Starting with Prodigy Grammar, which, well, level 86, I think we're going to be able to... We're going to be able to fix these guys pretty easily. Not gonna front. The main team feels good, feels good. And actually for this, we might just be able to, like, put in some guys that I use less right now, the benchers. We're gonna see. His goalkeeper is Wind, right? It's Fire. Okay, never mind. Pascal, as he is known in the dub, is Fire, evidently. Okay, that just means that Sakurazaki will be having a field day during this match. But yeah. What are we... While we're, you know, playing Victory Road, think it's good. We went over this like earlier, but what are you guys looking forward to in like the update that's dropping next week, which we will be playing on Thursday? We will be playing it on release day. Granted, you know, there's no unexpected delays. Personally, I'm very intrigued by the update that's coming. I'm also a little put off by the fact that they're seemingly implementing things that really benefit like certain players. Like I've seen the synergy like couples or the whatever they call it, the synergy stuff. And I don't know how I feel about that personally. Like it feels like that just kind of encourages using specific combinations of characters, which may lean into, you know, reinforcing the current meta even further. But at the very least, they had something for Tobitaka. They have synergy with Tobitaka and Hibiki, of course, so in a sense, I'm excited to see how they're going to implement it and what it's actually going to do for like the gameplay. But at the same time, I'm afraid that it will just kind of reinforce the meta slop that we already have, so to speak. Facing your own teams is pretty big as well. I've seen that. Honestly, I don't know how I would do against this team, to be completely honest, against my main team. I did put a lot of effort into building it, of course, so it'd be very interesting to try. And it'd be interesting to see if, you know, the AI goes for stuff that actually works in their favor with passives and such. Like, they actually go for a lot of dash tackles, for example, to get the tension building. But, I don't know, there are a lot of questions that have yet to be answered. But I'm seeing some agreement on the synergy thing being stupid, so I'm glad. I'm glad that my assessment on that wasn't too outlandish. Can we agree to soft ban it during viewer matches, since it just gives a disadvantage against creative teams? Like, I think that's honestly, that's a valid proposition. I like that. At the same time, I feel like we first have to see how it actually works, like how busted it really is, and then we can decide what to do with it, like moving forward. But I feel like preemptively, it's pretty safe to say it will be banned during viewer matches. Yeah. Hehe. Shut your goofy ass up, boy. You're not getting past Hoshi. Come on, lock in. More synergies are dumb. Yeah, okay. I'm glad that we're all agreeing on that. Like, I'm not the only one thinking that. That's good. We hope that the hero drop rates for heroes on the new difficulties are a lot higher. See, that would be great. I'm also... Yeah, that's also something, right? Like, they're adding an extra difficulty. One wonders, how are they going to make it more difficult? Like, some of these teams on hero battle difficulty, they're already level 99. Well, they're not. I think the highest level is level 96 or 97. I know Shadow of Orion is, like, up there. 97, 98 maybe. But, like, are they going to just cap every team at level 100? Or are we going past level 100? Like, those are interesting things to think about, right? Because how can they possibly make it more difficult if the entirety of the difficulty hinges on the level of the team you're facing, essentially? More manuals, love that. The extra difficulties will definitely be more content, just I don't know if it's going to be good content yet. We're going to have to figure that out for ourselves. Future Eye, yeah, you thought. Okay, let me just look in this 4-0 real quick. No lives who play the game 24/7 get stronger, while people who have a life don't. As in, like, the heroes, I suppose, the hero players? Yeah, that is certainly true. Or the fabled... No, the heroes, yes, you are talking about the heroes. Yeah. The hero players, they do cost a lot to summon. I mean, same with the fabled players, and, like, getting hero characters is... Yeah, it's tough. Like, the drop rates, even during the hero battles, are minuscule. Like, smaller than 0.5%, I'm pretty sure. So... Yeah, like I'm seeing people explaining what the synergies are doing in the chat. Thank you very much for that, for explaining. Yeah, essentially that is what it is. You buy the synergies, and if you have the correct characters, you get buffs. So I think I asked, like, when this all dropped, of course, I was at Dokumi. This was at the con. This was the first day, I'm pretty sure, yeah. We were all going out for dinner together. We were in the car, in my friend's car. And it was with Haku, actually. Haku and Zenon. And Haku was looking over everything, and he was just, you know, he was explaining to us all what this was gonna mean. And I said, okay, is there something for Tobitaka? Like, did they give my goat anything? And yes, there is something. Tobitaka Hibiki, as I said before. And apparently it gives like a shit ton of like extra defense, I think, and wall power, I believe. So that's gonna be interesting. Grinding is hard enough as it is. Yeah, it's they could certainly stand to make it a little easier for people who don't have cheat engines or who don't want to actually, you know, play this game 24/7. They could stand to make getting certain currencies a lot easier. That's for sure. Like, I'm thinking the badges. I'm also thinking some of the decreasing the cost of some of the moves. Like, if I'm gonna need like 30 manuals, 30 of the fucking grandpa's book manuals, like, it's an insane requirement. You're gonna be grinding for a while. Like, I've been getting insanely lucky during some of these matches, but these things are not easy to drop. I guess, unless you have, like, maybe the legendary drop passives. But certainly, level 5 could stand to make life a bit easier for people playing their game, you know? Playing their game so faithfully. So I guess we're gonna drop a lot of legendary players that we're gonna do nothing about. Let's see. Is there any idea for the stream next Tuesday, FatesFanboy? Is that one of the new nicknames I'm gonna have, FatesFanboy? Because I don't want to be pushy, but next week Sunday I'll be moving back to an apartment with worse Wi-Fi. Well, Panda, I think, frankly, I will just do the same thing that I'm doing tonight on Tuesday, potentially, just so I can get as much of this content out of the way before, you know, we do the update on Thursday, the new update. Though, frankly, I might also just play in my free time. Like, I might, unironically, try to play some of these matches in my free time. If I have free time. The weekend is going to be really busy, actually. But yeah, no, in essence, there's no, like, proper plans for Tuesday yet. So, to answer your question. Even with a 20% rare drop rate up, you're getting 0 hero Aphrodis. Yeah, it's rough dropping heroes. It really is. Let's see. This is Milky Way Charter, which I don't really know what they do, but I'm gonna change the formation a little bit just so I can put in extra guys. Can I? I'm not gonna take out Gandalf, come on. I'm gonna put in Nero. Let's put in Nero for a sec. And let's bring... No, I think that's fine. Matatagi and Nero, Kananji. Sure, why not? They're removing low roll passives, which is a massive W in grinding for good characters. That, at the very least. Like, they are slowly but surely making some quality of life changes, but I feel like the rate at which the meta develops versus the rate at which they're implementing quality of life, like, I couldn't care less, right? I don't give a rat's ass about the meta in this game. But I feel like the speed at which they implement quality of life changes, as opposed to actually shifting the meta or shifting what's like useful and what's not useful every update, it's not entirely proportional. Yeah, no. Essentially, they're kind of like, they're lagging behind with the quality of life improvements that I feel very easy to implement. Like, things that just overall make the gameplay a lot smoother, that make the game just more rewarding and more fun to play. Which also, I feel, includes just having reasonable rates for some of the things you can buy in the shop. Because, like, I deadass, for Rock and Roll Beat, which is a 60 tension dribble move on Hoshi, I had to pull out like I think 15 of the shadow chips and 15 golden chips as well, like just for a 60 tension dribble move. Like if you have to pay 5 of those coins of both currency, then you know that's whatever. That feels much more reasonable. But some of the rates in this game feel just they feel pulled out of someone's ass, to be sure. Probably Hino's, if we're gonna be realistic, but yeah, but it's okay. It is okay. I still very much enjoy playing this game, like even now. I mean, it should be pretty obvious from the way I'm dressed up, but this game has spawned some really cool characters, and it's overall just it's a brilliant homage to just the entirety of Inazuma 11. And I'm just excited to see what they do moving forward, because like an update with the Unmei Chronicle, which, well, that's essentially the story mode, so I don't really know how it's going to be different from the story mode. Also, given that we could already play against all of the teams from the story mode on the 4 difficulties that they currently have. Just through the competition mode, I suppose. Solo play in the competition mode. But yeah, also another Earth goalkeeper. This fucking guy. Another Earth goalkeeper. Go loves Earth goalkeepers. Fates, you're completely right, but as someone who has played Dead by Daylight, it can get much worse. Dead by Daylight gets mentioned a lot, I feel like, in these conversations, but have you been noticing that trend as well, or is it just me? Which I don't know if that's an entirely fair comparison to make as well. Because they're entirely different genres, they're also like not the same gameplay. Like Dead by Daylight it's real-time online play, isn't it? I guess for Victory Road it also is, if you're one of the few people who cares about the online mode in this game. But I don't know. I hope they bring the 5 SD exclusive moves. Me too. Me too. And like, isn't there like the one Namida or something? Like the one goalkeeper move from the reserve Backwater Raymond goalkeeper? I say Backwater Inakumi Raymond. There you go. The Japanese names are starting to elude me, and I've been away from the game for so long. Like, I was trying to think of the Japanese name for Mount Olympus. Hold the fuck up. Just dropped Hero Burn! Holy fucking shit. We were just talking about it. We were just talking about the drop rates being absolute ass for hero characters in these modes. There he is. That's my man's. Holy fucking shit. Absolute fucking cinema. Absolute cinema. Like, as far as I'm concerned, this stream is already a massive success. Drop fucking Hero Burn on the second hero battle that I play tonight. Incredible. Incredible. It's gotta be the power of Hoshi. It's gotta be. That's my girl. Yeah, this is incredible. This is incredible. I've been playing through literally almost the entire campaign. Did not drop any hero whatsoever. I don't think I got a single hero from playing through all the hero battles on like 1, 2, 3, Go Galaxy. Yeah, just nothing. And then all of a sudden they start pouring in. Like in recent weeks I've gotten more heroes than I've got in the entirety of me playing Chronicle Mode, not gonna lie. Why does this fucker have Pterodactyl Swoop? Either way, he's not gonna do it, but holy shit. Is it Breach or Tension, Nagamo? That's a good question. I mean, he had like... I think it's probably the Breach one, unfortunately, because he had like the multicolored card. It wasn't the deep red that the Tension ones have, I believe, so... But still, getting a hero burn is incredible. I love that guy. I will happily use that one on my team, on the main team, because he's going to be a switch-in regardless for Sakurazaki. So having a hero burn is beautiful. Absolute bioscope. Absolute bioscope. Also 6-0, like I haven't acknowledged it, but it's just kind of 6-0, like casually. And we're moving up to a 7-0 possibly. Yeah, because I have parkour attack. Do I have someone with me? Oh, I have Ryuga with me. It's over. These guys are so done for. Parkour attack! Like, honestly, pretty fucking embarrassing. How are you going to lose 7-0 in 30 minutes of gameplay? You realize that is one goal. That is one goal per 4 minutes. Essentially. Yeah. Gorgeous. Again, absolute abuse scope. Absolute cinema. 7-0 in the first half. What a match. Maybe the new difficulties will make it a higher chance to drop heroes. I would honestly love that. I would love that. If, like, the hero drop rate went up to, like, I don't know, probably not more than, like, 1 or 2%, but that would still be a huge increase of what it currently is. So let's hope it's that. Let's hope so. Hey, you know what? Let's just immediately check if this is Breach or Tension. I'm pretty sure it's Breach Nagumo, but still, like I said, having the hero Nagumo, having one copy for it is absolutely beautiful. Like, I have the regular burn right now, but having a hero burn would be so huge. I think it's Breach. Let me see. Can I can't actually tell from this, but I'm pretty sure this color, like, that's Breach. Also, legendary Ayano, W. I know it's unlikely, but I kind of want the Yokai Watch crossover characters from ASD. Dude, I saw those designs. They're bangers. And they have unique moves as well. Like, I feel like if they're... Surely they should. And they should also... What they should also really do, by the way, is finally drop Professor Layton. Holy shit, why do we not have Professor Layton yet? How long are they going to wait with this? Are they deadass going to wait until the new Professor Layton game drops later this year? Like, I could respect it, I guess, if that was the case. If it was like a crossover event or something. Or like a promotion event for the new Professor Layton game. But I need this guy on my team. Like, imagine all the funny stuff you could do with Professor Layton on your team, bro. Come on. But yeah, let me not beat around the bush and actually just summon everything. I have a filter on, apparently. Let's not do that. There he is. Yeah, it is Breach Nagumo, but still. Absolutely massive. Now I have both a hero Nagumo and a hero Suzuno and a hero Aphrodite, so I have all three of them. Yeah, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Love that. When the opposition's on the opposition half of the pitch, own shot attack plus 16% inherently. That's great. I just need to inherit one more, 24% extra shot power for himself. That's beautiful. Obviously having Breach is like, it's not ideal, but still, even dropping a hero burn. Yeah, I'm flabbergasted that that even happened, to be honest. I think they're waiting for the game release for Professor Layton. Yeah, unfortunately. Which kind of sucks, because like, unless they're going to add like characters that were in the first Inazuma game, like the Japanese exclusive ones as well, like, it doesn't really make sense to wait for the new game, because yes, it has Professor Layton, it has Luke, but also a big part of the trio was Emmy, and frankly, I don't think Emmy's going to be in the new Professor Layton game. So it wouldn't make sense to, you know, to keep her away from the public until the new game drops, in which she's not even a part, you know? But well. It's just a little Professor Layton rant, I suppose. I don't imagine a lot of people in this chat actually have played Professor Layton, but if you have, let me know if I'm tripping, if my reasoning makes sense or not. I would love to hear. Okay, up next is, I already forgot what this is. Is this Almighty Faith? I think it is. So, the goalkeeper here should be the guy with Ultrasonic, the guy with the green hair going up, and the Titanius. So, that means he is wind. I need wood forwards. Well, well, well. Wood forwards, you say? Interesting. Would sure be a shame if I already had 2 pitched permanently and 1 more on the bench, making it 3 wood forwards. Yeah, this guy's not gonna have a good time, actually. They're going to play this intimidating music. They're gonna be on their knees crying and whimpering in about 20 minutes from now. Raising Flame, nice try, buddy. Don't look up, by the way. Don't look up, little bro. There's Gullible on the ceiling. Holy shit. You looked. Yikes. Better luck next time, little bro. Gandarese. Let's see. Surely I should just be able to... Ooh, he does not have equipment. I did not give him equipment yet. Whoops. Can you imagine with just a regular shot? Regular chip shot? Almost. Almost got through kill bridge with just a regular chip shot, which would have been insane. But yeah, any interaction with this goalkeeper should just give me a goal after this point. No more tension left, but that's fine. I don't need any more, I don't think. This guy has a block move, never mind. They just kind of give everyone the wall. Don't know what to give this defender? Give him the wall. Why not? It's a block move, it's good, it's gotta be good. Yeah, man. It's fine, just give me the ball, yeah. Okay, there he is. He's not even called Titan, he's called Garius or whatever, Goliath. Yeah, that's fine, who cares? Titanius is the gold one, I guess. Yeah, that's probably what it is. The tension hero selection is so mixed. On the one hand, you have goats like Bata, Kinako, Dvarin, Aphrodite Powai, but then, yeah, Astor, Ichihoshi, yeah. It's true. It's true. There is a tension Gandares, I think. I think so. I think there's a tension Gandares, unless he's rough play in his one red version. But I have a hero Gandares, and I'm decently certain that he's tension. So again, the selection is really quite goated, as you aptly put it. Okay, Ichiojo, once again, that's fine. Yeah, this Kira has not been trained up, as you can probably tell. Well, he has been trained, he doesn't have equipment yet. Which is going to put a spanner in the works as well. Tension Gandares as well. The Ryuga's rough play? Yeah, that makes sense. I thought I remembered that. Tripping. My girl Hoshi would never foul anyone. Okay, so it's not gonna be a 7-0 wipeout for this team, but you know, we're gonna get there. We're still gonna get them on their knees. Don't even worry about it. A bit more tension. Yellow card for Kira, that's fine. I thrive in the fouls and the cards. I just need more tension so I can fill up that bar real quick. Can I once again trick little bro? Looks like I will be able to. Yikes, that's embarrassing, bro. Look up there. Rough. Fell for it again. Surely he wouldn't fall for it a third time. Let's see, belly on totem. And I can do a belly on whip, and that should just be a one-shot, I think. I think that should be easy enough. I mean, it's gonna add roughly like 600, 700, so... Once you factor the elemental advantage there as well, easy peasy, lock it in. It's gonna add so much more, holy fuck. Kill bridge, 6000 KP, yeah. No offense, but I'm pretty indifferent to Fideo, Toramaru, and Tachimukai. I mean, that's fair. That's fair. Like, I wouldn't say I feel particularly strongly about any of those characters either. I think the one I would like the most from that selection is probably Toramaru. Like, Fideo I got, he showed up a little bit too much when I was trying to go for other heroes, you know? Garius! Oh, he's really trying. He's really trying to block any sort of shot that is fired his way. Let's do Scream of Eden. Why not? It's been a while. Yeah, I know it's true, but then, you know, the selection... The hero selection in general is, like, really hit or miss. I feel like there's some hero characters that make a lot of sense, and then there's characters like Ichihoshi. Personally, I don't think Ichihoshi should have a hero version. I don't think he merits having a hero version. Also, giving this guy Dry Blow is crazy work. Why would he have this? Like, they love to pretend that Ichihoshi is, like, useful. And, frankly, I can justify Nosaka having one more than Ichihoshi having one. And that says a lot, I think, coming from me. Norika's a tension hero as well, but not only is it her worst design... Is it the short hair version that is the tension hero? Fuck, man. They should never have done that. They should never have given her short hair. That's like one of the biggest acts of treachery that I have ever experienced in any franchise. Like, cutting away her lovely fluffy hair, it took away her entire character, not gonna lie. Like, her becoming city girl, no one wants to see that, man. Like, be so for real, no one wants that. Okay, also this goalkeeper's kinda got hands, not gonna lie. Like, he's blocking stuff. So I might need to ramp up my attack real quick. Especially now that he's pulling out... Kyurime! Okay, hold on. I need like a... Do I have a long shot? I have a long shot on Kusaka. So if I have enough time for that... Please... You know what? This works. I'm here. That's fine. Kira can get the last one. Boom. Beautiful. Good work, Hoshi. Love to see that. Unmei not having a playable baby version or a hero are the biggest crimes. Those are also pretty criminal. That's true. Like, Unmei not having essentially a field... A pitchable version, you know? A field version. Is pretty terrible. Especially when he was literally shown to be able to play as a child, yeah. But hey, maybe the next update, Lucas. Maybe the next update. Like, they're gonna focus a lot on Unmei, it seems. So maybe that could be one of the rewards. Like, just getting baby Unmei, or having him unlockable at the very least, summonable. Yeah, Freud is also pretty cool, but again, him having a hero version is like so unnecessary. I understand why they did it for Yurika, because she's the final boss of Orion, obviously, but... When it comes to, like, Freud, he's such... Well, he was a big character in Orion, obviously, but... Does he really do anything? Like, I feel like Freud having a hero version is just as justifiable as Bernard having one. And Bernard doesn't have one, so... Okay, let's see. I already did Teikoku and Pirate's Cove, so... We're back where we started the night, actually. We're back at the Golden Oldies. Would you look at that? Let me see. That is... Wow, would you look at that? Earth Goalkeeper. Crazy, right? Crazy work. Okay, let's lock in. You can't think of any obvious ones missing, to be honest? No. Bernard is just better straight up, that's why he doesn't need a hero. Is that a serious, is that seriously the case, or is that bias that I'm hearing? Which, either way, based as fuck, but, just to be clear, you know? I would love it if Bernard was unironically better than Freud. Bernard does have the best stat spread from midfielders? Interesting. Interesting. So they actually gave him some sauce. They actually gave Bernard some sauce. Yami will be over the moon to hear that. Yami W update. Bernard is useful. Very useful, in fact. I'm getting memed on by Grandma. Yashiro, what the hell, man? You can't be having this. It's the first minute of the game you're getting memed on by Grandma. There's not even Mekemon Go Grandma. There's just regular ass fucking Grandma Apples, as she's called in the dub. We can't be having this. Bernard is way better in all caps. I was never questioning that, Yami. Never. Not even for a second. I was wondering if he was actually better as a player in this game. I know as a character he's certainly better. As a character in this game stat-wise. But now I have the answer to that, so... Can confirm that, in fact, he is better than Freud in every single aspect. Jingle jingle, Bernard has sauce. It's true. It's the easiest Yami bait alongside Yuichi, of course. The big brother bait is just a little too easy. Is he gonna put up a wall? Dumbass is not even putting up a wall. What are we doing? Get him, Matatagi. Hardcore attack! Yep, right through the defense. Don't shout. Not a chance, mate. Not a chance. It is just that simple, in fact. Bernard has a pretty decent Abbey Learn board, but Freud has a better one. Who cares about the Abbey Learn, bro? Who cares about the Abbey Learn? This is like the stats. This is like the groves versus bases debate in Fire Emblem. Who cares about the Abbey Learn if you have good stats, you know? The groves don't matter if the bases are good. Then again, I never particularly subscribe to either party in that debate, so... let's see, well, surely we can get through Grandpa here. The ideal Abbey Learn board is 2 shots, a dribble, and a block. Is that so? I mean, surely it heavily depends on where you're playing them. Like, if you're just having them as your main striker, as a spit, I suppose, then do you really need a dribble and a block move? I feel like having all shots on there is much more optimal. Hot take, who gives a shit about stats? Just use whoever your faves are and have fun. You know what? Not a hot take, but a very true one. I'm gonna give you that. That is one playstyle that I have always subscribed to, personally. That's a good playstyle. I like that the best. Just using my funny little guys, using my silly space twins. Goes hard. That's all I need. My silly space twins. My edgy forward that I'm switching in for a different edgy forward. My short queens, Hoshi and Morimura. Yeah. What's not to love, you know? What's not to love about just using your favorites? Okay, Matataki, you're getting Soyakaze stepped by a 30-year-old. Like, we don't need to be having this. We certainly don't need to be having this. Thank you, Gandanes. Think he enjoyed that a little too much, not gonna front. Okay, let's see, hold up, it's been a while. I need Ryugal to lock in, actually, real quick. I need him to be real fast with this one. No! I was there, bro, it switched off! It switched on to someone else. Okay, that's a foul, though. Easy. Easy foul. Let Gandaras take this? That's Hoshi taking it. Okay, that's fine. I trust Hoshi with my life, actually. Where's Gandaras? There's Gandaras. Okay, there we go. And now we're in. We're in once again. Now we have plenty of time. Ryuga's not being blocked by Matatagi. Now we can actually do the thing. Let's see. There we go. Do I need to remind you of the way Atnap Wolfer won you last stream? You certainly don't need to. I mean, you can. I won that match in the end. But, I mean, actually, yeah, remind me of that. That was a good match. I won that one. W. 6665 power. Well, well, well. The Cosmic Blaster. Overburst with the silly space twins. Just a little too powerful, I'm afraid. And that's the 4-0, actually, so we don't have to do anything else against this team anymore. We can just, if we want, we can just grind, like, materials and such. In fact, I think I will do that for a little bit, see if I can get something. No, 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 you lost. Against the evil panda team? I'm pretty sure I won. The pun team won, yes. That is true, that is true. But your evil panda team, Atnap, right? That one I won against. Check the tapes. You know what, maybe I'll just put on one more shot, why not? 5-0 is nice. I want to see Black Dawn again. Such a good fucking move. And Matatagi's voice actually makes it all the better. No, but that's true, Panda. I did lose against the pun team, that is certainly true. But against your quote-unquote meta team, I did in fact win, so... And that one was actually just directly named Atnap. You know, between quotation mark, between brackets, evil, but... Atnap was on that team. Yeah, the Nebula was her, that's true, that's true. That slipped my mind. To be fair, it has been... What has it been? Has it been 2 weeks, actually? I think it has been, yeah. Has it? Did I play last week? Frankly, just completely forgot if I did or not. I don't think I did, actually. Or did I play on Tuesday? See, this is not a good sign. Dementia. Early onset dementia. Or just being tired and having a lot going on. That's probably more likely, actually. Shouldn't shoot myself in the foot by calling myself dementing just yet, you know? 6-0. Okay, there we go. At least it's not the Ozarok. That's good. Yeah, I keep adjusting my camera because, like, I feel... There you go, that's a bit better. It's a bit more central now. That's good. Okay, 6-0 against the Golden Oldies. We're getting there. I mean, now we basically have to go down the entire track again, just doing hero battles. But I don't think I'm going to do all of it tonight. I can't do all of it tonight because we have an hour left. At most. At most. Did we get anything good? I got one hero, which is Halloween, as he's called in the dub. Halloween, with a lot of accents. Like they were trying to pretend he's Swedish or some shit. You feel bad for the poor goalkeeper. Mans is retired. He's just playing football for fun, getting destroyed by fucking aliens and guys with superpowers left, right, and center, getting scored on 6 times. Yeah. It's a rough life out here. Like someone said, I would not want to be a goalkeeper in the Inazuma 11 universe, because you have to face the most brutal shit ever conceived. And yeah, still holds strong. But let's see. Maybe, just maybe, we end where we started tonight. We did a few hero battles, so I did not lie in the thumbnail. Also did not lie. Well, I did not lie in the title either. Let's end this for now. Let's end Chronicle Mode where we left off last time. And where we started this stream, rather. And let's see what else we can do. I'm thinking, personally, that if I have any Bond Stars, which I should, I have a grand total of 10 Bond Stars, which is pretty fucking awesome, actually. We can pull a little bit, I suppose. Alternatively, is there anyone who wants to do a viewer match? Does anyone want to play against me tonight? Because I don't think I'm going to do them for a bit, to be completely honest. So if there's anyone who wants to play, hit me up, at me, ping me. For the time being, I think I'll just try to figure out what I would even want to pull for in the first place. Argentina mentioned? Yeah, fucking yikes, bro. Cheaters. Hate those guys. But, well, the Argentinian goalkeeper in Inazuma 11, at the very least, pretty cool. Want me to pull for Bernard? Do I have Bernard? That's a good question. Hold on. I gotta actually look into that. Do I have Bernard Girikanan? That is an excellent question. Let's see. That would be Orion. How would I even filter for that? What position is he? Is he a midfielder? I think so, right? Midfielder. Is he wind element? I'm guessing he's wind element, or is he wood? He is, well, he's male, of course. He is, well, he's tall. Certainly not small or average. Yes, wind. Okay, that's good. So surely that should narrow it down. Okay, well, it looks like I don't actually have Bernard Girikanan. Maybe I've summoned him, but I think the chances of that are rather slim, to be honest. I have Froy, yeah, I know that for a fact. I have Baby Froy as well. I don't think I have Bernard. Yeah, interesting. Okay. So, what constellation is Bernard in? That is a question. Let's see. Let's constellation search. Search by player name. And it's gonna be Bernard. He's unaffiliated. Oh, it's case sensitive as well. Hold on. Let's see. Bernard Girikanan. Let's see. Which constellation? Diamantis. Okay. I have pulled on this before. This has Hero Nagumo, which is pretty cool. This is Tension Nagumo as well. Okay, well, I have almost certainly pulled on this before, because this is the Orion constellation, where they have all the Orion characters. But I could definitely pull on this. Yeah, sure, why not? Am I planning on doing another viewer matches stream this month? Good question. See, I'm not really sure what the timeline is looking like for streams. I also don't know how much content is going to be in the next update, so depending on how long that is, it's going to be 1 or 2 streams, obviously. Regardless, let's try to go for Bernard while I talk. I'm also trying to like kind of branch out with the streams, so it's not going to be just Victory Road. I might also be trying to see, well, because obviously there's people who watch me for not Inazuma as well. So I would like to accommodate that a little bit as well. W getting Kusaka's childhood friend. Love to see that. Aside from that, nothing really impressive. Got a Renato, which I suppose is something. Got a Brazilian, but yeah. Who cares? Hashtag ragebaiting Vinny. Okay, all commons. I mean, that's good. That's good for getting Bernard. Yikes, no Bernard. But they get this Italian guy who I actually really wanted, so that's good. Love to see that. Matteo Domenico. So yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. Love that. I do have Raquelito. Yes, I do in fact have Raquelito already. I think I have him at like a pretty good rarity as well, if memory serves. So no Ueno, no Bernard. Yeah, it is what it is. But let's see, we're looking for whom again? Raquelito. I'm pretty sure I summoned him. Yeah, there he is. That's him. Raquelito Sputo. Yeah, I do have him as a what's that, top player? Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's good. Well, that's not good because I didn't get Bernard. But then again, 10 Bond stars. But let's see. Did I actually? Unironically, I forget. Did I already have? Let me reset. Did I have this guy yet? No. So this is actually the first copy of him that I'm getting, even though I played against Guardians of the Queen like 20 times just to grind. Never got him. But he probably has my favorite design from the entire team, so love that. Every character can be a legendary or a hero. Legendary, yes. Hero, no. The hero selection is very limited. There's only a handful of characters per like game, per entry, per season, whatever you want to call it. I think in total there's probably not more than 50. Like, I'd be shocked if there was more than 50. But legendary, yes, everyone can be legendary here, legendary player. That is at the very least true. Did I have her yet? Also, no, this is also my first copy of her. Dude, love that. Actually, these were good pulls then. Very good pulls. Zephyr Shot and Hoopsie Daisy. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. And, well, I think that's probably good enough, to be completely honest. Can you upgrade the rarity of a player? Did you need to summon them in that state? You can upgrade them. Yes, you can upgrade them. Because, for example, let me see. If I want to, for example, upgrade Tsutomu here, I can just go to enhance. Like, if I have copies of him, like this, I can just enhance him. You need beans, like a separate currency as well, to actually upgrade them. As well as duplicate spirits, or just spirits that you don't want to use. Like, you can also just use spirits of literally anyone, any character, to get them to that point. Mr. Fates, want to face my Wokey team to celebrate the month of June, the month of Pride? I certainly can. Yes, absolutely. I would be down to. It would be a nice change of pace, actually, to be playing against a normal person and not just the AI. Quick swig of water, because talking is still not something that I am very used to. It's especially talking for such a long period of time, but the water is helping me get through it. Be sure to stay hydrated, everyone. Any Ueno spirit? Unfortunately, no. Did not get Konik, did not get Ueno. Not yet, at the very least. But okay, Panda, let me set up the room for us. Let's do competition mode. Let's see, compete online, lobby match. You already know what the password's going to be. We already know. Everyone knows it. Create private lobby. The password, it could only be one thing, really. It could only be one thing. That's my girl. Mikana, which I almost mistyped. Yikes. Mikana Hoshi. And there it is. And bada bing, bada boom. Create. Love to see that. The room is up, Panda. So whenever you want to join, do that. Let's see. Season Royal Academy, Zoo Stadium. You know what? We always start out in the Zoo Stadium with Sanctum Showdown, with, of course, Duck Squiggan Barview. Okay, so, Panda, how strong is this Wokey team of yours? Is it level 99? Is it main team worthy? That is the primary question that I have, I suppose. I suppose we're also just going to find out momentarily, but... There you go. Okay, beautiful. So, Panda, let's see. Let's see what this team really involves. I wonder what the name is even going to be. I've probably seen it in the server, actually. In the Discord server, to which fellows and fellates watching this in the future, perchance, if you want to join the server, the Discord server, where we play Inazuma 11 every Friday night, with themed teams like these, with fun teams, not meta teams, join through the link in the description. There is a link to the server in every video description. So yeah, come join if you want. Oh right, it's Happy Pridmont. That's true. Yeah. You had to be very creative with the team name, of course, but the rainbow name tag is awesome. So fitting that you got that during this month as well. The team is pretty good, not as good as the main team, but still good. Okay, well, we're gonna see then. We're gonna see how good this Pride team really is. Right, I've seen parts of this. I have seen parts of this. There's Pan. There's Suzuno, because Suzuno is voiced by a woman, and in fact, they even call him a girl in the Dutch dub, so that perhaps shouldn't surprise me, that inclusion. Very interesting. Okay, best of luck, Panda. Best of luck with this Pride Month team. Yeah, Bijou is there, Potomori. Yeah, Potomori being one of the only characters being genderless, I believe. At least in this version. I don't know if it's the case for all of his versions. Probably one of them, the black-haired one, is just male. Same with the puppet version, actually. But okay, let's see. Good call out, good call out. Okay. Let's see, Kote Penguin 7 to start off. Of course, that makes perfect sense. This is, of course, the most appropriate move for a Pride team to have. Shinkuma! Okay, and Tobitaka gets that straight up, that's good. Suzuno, do you have a defense move, my boy? Or girl, I somehow won that, that's crazy as well. Crazy work. And now we have tension, we have cavalry advance, we're up there. Okay, you already know who this is going to. Well, Panda doesn't yet, but y'all know who this is going to. It can only go to one person. Boom. Is that Ando Haru in goal? Taking after his father, deciding not to be a striker anymore, be a goalkeeper instead. That's awesome. I love that, actually. Interesting to see what he can do as a goalkeeper. Like, what does he have? What sauce does he have? Does he have Keeper's Grit? Flame Fortress, of course, classic. God Hand of Friendship. Yeah, that makes sense. With Pan and Suzuno. Was that Suzuno or was that the Defender? The lady from the Golden Oldies. What is the screen that appears when the guy with the ball wins? Is it invincibility? Well, it's just kind of a... In the first place, I think it's kind of a buffer to show you, oh, hey, you got the ball, you know? The ball is in your possession now. It doesn't really... Well, I guess it makes you invincible because no one can move during that screen. Also, Einsatz just blocking that straight up. That's crazy work. Okay, Nozomu. Yes, I've heard stories about Nozomu. There you go. Nice, Tobitaka. Good pass. Evading the focus field somehow. Morimura, yep. Morimura, the absolute menace, apparently. Nice try. Nice try. Sorry, foxy. You're not getting past that. Oh, I got Nozomu. Okay, cool, cool, cool. And winning the 33? Okay, we're cooking. Hold on. Yeah, you know what? Just let it rip, bro. Just let it rip. We all know he's got that. At the very least, if this gets past Pan, which it does, so I think we can lock that one in as the 1-0, personally. Ooh, a Kashin lot, which is, okay, interesting. That's a lot of power, Jesus Christ. Okay, you know what? Fair play. Fair play, that'll do it. Lucky dice will do it. Lucky dice. Nice. Kusaka being tall actually works out there. Okay, we're here. And Andor is not going to jump me. Haru's not going to jump me. Plenty of time to prepare another shot. Let's see, how are you going to get out of this one, Panda? How is Haru going to save himself in this situation? Goodbye, Haru. Goodbye. Goodbye. Why does he have Dokonjo catch, man? What are we doing? Last I checked, he wasn't especially, you know... He wasn't especially wants to show off his ass, but... Atena, okay. Okay. Atena wins. Interesting. Wow, okay, I guess the player type advantage matters more than the cash-in type advantage, which is interesting. Omega Assault. Okay, hold on. Because it also has the rainbow. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, that's cute, actually. I like that. Let's see. Oh, that's not who I thought that was going to, not gonna lie. And Mermaid Smash, yeah. Hold on, is Kusaka there? He is in fact there. Okay, that's good. So let's start pulling out this one again. Was Otter Gutsiness catch in his grandpa's notebook? I doubt it. Yeah, I doubt it as well. Like, I don't think so, pal. But you never know. Makiwari Chop! Okay, so pass that over to obviously not one of my players, because why would it ever go to one of my players, right? But Hoshi's got that. Obviously. Hey. Well, you got a yellow card for that. Got a yellow card for pushing this woman to the ground and laughing at her, which, you know what? Fair enough. Fair play. Oh, yes! Keely Hall! No way! Yeah, I love the fact that this character is only on this team. I read the little descriptions that you gave for this team and the decisions for why they're here. I love that this girl is only on the team because of my stupid ass headcanon, bro, that she transitioned. Love that. Yup, Hoshi the Maniso. We're so back. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do against Hoshi when she joins? When she rolls up, bro? The headbang is not gonna jack shit, by the way, but... At the very least, she's there. God hand of friendship once again. Unmei certainly would have shown up in this this after screen if he had been playable. I have to imagine. Okay, but you know what? Very appropriate moves and characters we have on this team so far. Not that Gandaras has yellow. Do I care about that? Perhaps not. Perhaps not. Let's see, your goalkeeper is Haru, so maybe I'll make just a little change. Just a little change. Now, Watch's Panda also switches out her goalkeeper. Watch's Panda stream snipes me and counteracts my counterplay. It's gonna happen. I can feel it in my bones. Ooh, she's taking a long time to prepare. What kind of stuff are we gonna see being pulled out here in the second half? I'm curious. I'm a little afraid as well. Seven more seconds. Really taking her time here. Yeah, we brought in Matatagi. Now what? Momochi as the goalkeeper. Of course. Of course. She does have that path. Dude, I've never seen playable Momochi, so I'm really curious to see what this is gonna be. Also, yeah, the rainbow loop. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense on Soramiya, actually. On Soramiya specifically, that makes a lot of sense. Let's see. Rainbow loop. Earth. So yeah, a Shinkuma should be able to do it. Shinkuma! And in fact, it does do that. Okay. And now Manta and Shark are on the pitch. Let me just do it at the last second, I guess. Waste as much time as possible and still win. You're not gonna believe this, by the way. There's actually not a UFO there. You got debated. Once again. Tomareneyo. That's cute. I've got something better though. Soru Hayabusa. He doesn't say it, but it would have been really cool if he did. Not gonna lie. Let's see. Look, the fucking Matatagi. Burakudon! And unfortunately, Panda, Momochi is not safe from the stupid twins. She is in fact very allergic to the stupid twins. And yes, this woman is going to do some damage. She's gonna chip off, I think, roughly 2,000. Yeah. But the elemental advantage. How is this gonna work out for you, Panda? There's a Kashin. There's Daji, of course. That makes a lot of sense. And Shikigami Lions. But I don't think it's enough. It isn't. But only because he got breached, I guess. Would it have mattered? Would it have mattered if the breach hadn't happened? Probably, actually. Probably. So that's rough. Sorry to see that. Vinny with enough time for one match if I have a weaker, not fully built team. I do have the secondary team, Vinny. The secondary team is, in essence, unbuilt. Since they don't all have their moves yet. They're not even all legendary rarity yet, so... Okay, I see you. Ooh, just in time. Just in time. And Dragon Tornado, because the little kid from the original kids team had Dragon Tornado in the first game. I'm seeing you. I will unfortunately just be blocking that straight up. With my boy Yashiro. But yeah, that will do it. And a bit of tension that I still needed. Bit of tension to make myself a little bit more flexible against any attacks coming in. It's also very funny how you can always tell when, like, a voice line was recorded separately from other voice lines, you know what I'm saying? Like, for example, the name callouts for some of the later game teams. You could tell that they were not recorded during the same session. Purely because of the audio quality being different. The audio quality is, like, slightly different between both takes, so... Now let's see. Okay. Oh, Kirino and Shindo. Interesting. You don't see that, like, ever. That's cool. Dual Storm. Yep. Let me see if a rock and roll beat makes sense here. It does make sense. Unfortunately, it's not strong enough. So that is death. Death to the best Victory Road character. Yikes. I'm afraid you will have to pay for that at some point, Panda. Not right now, because I'm defending against a shot chain, most likely. But, let's see. Penguin the Parade. Yeah, of course. Of course. If Kote Penguin 7 wasn't enough, then Royal Penguin Parade, or just regular Penguin Parade, I think it's just called. That's gonna do it. Okay. Fortissimo. And then, is this going at the goal is the question. Dragon Slayer on Keeley Hall. Okay. Panda, you cooked. You cooked hard, actually. Okay, it looks like that's going back to Manta, which is not too terrible. I just need to be able to move my walls somehow. Never mind, it's going to Soramiya with the Gaussian goal. Okay. Again, another move with a rainbow. And again, fair play. And that's a Bijou. Yeah, Love Arrow. These are all valid picks. All valid picks. Okay, Morimura did not get there in time, which is unfortunate. Let's see what I can do here. Keeper's Grit. And this was just a direct shot, so the element doesn't really match here. Mugen no Kabe, that should do it. And Ayano does have elemental advantage against Manta, so that helps a lot. But Jesus Christ, okay, that was a lot of power. Power of love. Nice try with the sliding tackle, but better luck next time. Okay, now let's see if the rock and roll beat actually works out. No! Okay, the Mixie Max. The Mixie Max coming through, and you know what? That's fair. I mean, I guess that's probably how it should work. Konjo Aruna. Tobitaka is so chill as an adult. It's awesome, actually. Okay, there you go. That's how it should be. Shinkuma! Can I pass? Thank you. Okay, now her. Good smell. Oh boy. Okay, at least I won this one. Rocken Orbito! Let's change tactics real quick. See, 5,000 KP. Okay. Well, Panda, if you thought you were the only one that can chain, then let's see, you're gonna be in for a bit of a rough awakening, I think. It all starts with the goat, of course. It starts with Hoshi. Okay, nice try from Nozomu there, but no block move, I suppose, or no tension. The latter one being a little hard to believe, I think, since I'm pretty sure you run tension on everything you do nowadays. Over to Matatagi. With Hoshi, yup, and the best voice line for Hoshi. The best grunt, Toria! Okay, getting one block in. I see you. Meteor Blade, Ares. And now, can I? No. Because I just used the explosion, actually. If I hadn't, I might have been able to actually do Cosmic Blaster, but there we go. 11k, let's see, Panda. Have fun with this one. Flame Fortress, you're just spamming both tactics. They don't overlap, do they? No. Amp Beat is red now? Well, Amp Beat, I think you're confusing Amp Beat and Heartbeat. Amp Beat is a derivative, it's an adaptation of Heartbeat. Heartbeat being green, yes. Or Aggressive Beat in Japanese. But Amp Beat is Hoshi's exclusive dribble move. Which, yeah, they made red and they gave it, like, music effects, music notes and such. You know what? You can have this. I'm not popping the totem. So let's see. Yeah, the Ichiojo just kind of does it. With my man Tobitaka and Ayano. So that does do it. 33rd minute though, you gotta respect the Gambit. And there you go. Well played, Panda, well played. That was a cool team. Really cool Pride Month team. Yeah, nothing but kudos to you for making it, honestly. And happy Brit month to you as well, you know? Well, there's Unmei. W Unmei. Okay. Pretty good drops. Yeah, 11k. Like, that's what I said, Samurai. I could have gone up much higher if I had actually, you know, paid attention and chained again, but 3-0 against my wholesome Chungus Pride team, so evil. Yeah, I'm sure. I had a feeling I was gonna get called out for something for, you know, winning by a wide margin against this team, but if that's all it is, then... okay, let me open up a spot for you, Vinny. We can certainly play a match. Let me... use the reserves. Yeah, let me use the reserve team. You got to show off a lot, but there was some more fun stuff in there. Hey, tomorrow, maybe, tomorrow during the Inazuma night, you can try it again. You can pull it out again, right? Like, no problem there, I don't think. Also, I think, Vinny, once we play our match, that will be the end for me tonight of the stream. Since it is where we're coming up on midnight here. I do have one more day of work tomorrow before the weekend. So if you're still there, Vinny, then let's see the team that you have prepared for me, for the secondary team. And well, in the meanwhile, while we wait for Vinny to lock in, I suppose, I could show off some of the stuff that I got at the convention. Which, I think that's a pretty fun idea. You know, first and foremost, WW Victory Road, actual, you know, folder that I'm putting stuff in. I got this one last year already, before the game even released. Vinny's joining in a minute. Okay, that's good. Gives me some leeway to actually show stuff off. Let's see. Inazuma 11, got a lot of prints, which, you know, prints are always the bane of me. Because you don't do anything with them, but they look really good, so you gotta buy them, obviously. But let's see. What do we have? There's Vinny. That's good. W Victory Road stuff? Oh, you don't even know. Hold up. You haven't even seen peak yet. Let's see. There was... Give me just a minute, Vinny. I gotta show something off real quick. I gotta show off... Where is it? Well, there is a sticker sheet. Stickers, W stickers. You know, they got all the OGs. Well, most of the OGs they got on there. They got most of Inazuma Japan, of course. They also had a Tenma keychain, I think. And an Aphrodite keychain, which I did actually buy. Oh, here they are. So here's the Inazuma 11 stuff. W print. They got Inazuma National once again. This was like, this is a really cool one. It's just Endo, you know, eating ramen with all the little guys in there. And, you know, there he is. There's the goat. There he is right there. Yup. W Tobitaka. But yeah, everyone is on here. The entirety of Inazuma National. So, pretty cool. But there was something that was even more peak, and you're not going to believe it. There was Victory Road. They did have Victory Road. A Victory Road print. Unmei. With the little Haru on the spoon. With Kisoji, Sakurazaki. You know, all the goats, Soramiya. They got her as well. I forget her name, bro. The dancer girl, but that's okay. But most importantly, you might have seen it already. They have Hoshi on the print. Holy shit, bro. They actually have Hoshi on a print. Like, I have to imagine that these were like the little guys, the scouts that the artist actually picked up. There was there was Hoshi, of course. Gonna point it out again. There's the samurai girl that I also picked during the playthrough. There's the Onigiri girl, and then here is the wolf guy. Yeah, Raika is also the name I was looking for, exactly, for the dancer girl. But yeah, no, that was, unfortunately, most of the Inazuma stuff. I mean, from this same artist. I also got Endo sticker, W Endo sticker. That was like a little free gift because I bought some charms. They had a few really cool charms. I mean, the most important one to pick up is Kisoji. Yup, Kisoji charm. Yup, and he's shiny as well. You probably can't see it on the camera, but got Kisoji and we got Tsurugi. Yup, we got Tsurugi. Tsurugi and Kisoji. They actually didn't have a very big assortment of Victory Road characters. Like, for the most part, I think it was Unmei, it was Kisoji, no Sakurazaki, which was a little unfortunate. But, you know, having Kisoji there is also really good. And last but not least, Aphrodite keychain. Yup. I got one last year as well from the same artist, actually. But I gave it to my little brother because Aphrodite is his favorite character from Inazuma 11. So yeah, that is that. That is all of the Inazuma stuff that I managed to get actually at the con. Which, you know, it's a lot of cool stuff, but I certainly expected there to be more due to the release of Victory Road, you know, being so being really relevant actually. But well, apparently the world is full of surprises, bad ones as well, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Okay, I'll quickly put these away, and then we can ball, Vinny. We can officially ball. But yeah, I have way too much stuff. I bought way too much stuff. If you guys looked in the server, then actually I didn't share all my stuff in the server, and that's probably for the best because it was a lot. And by a lot, I mean a lot. But there was just so much good stuff this year. Like, I'm telling you, the artists are getting better and better every year. Which is certainly not good for the old wallet. But well, I work a full-time job now, so it's not that bad. Okay, Vinny, I'm ready. So, lock in for the last match of tonight, I think. I don't know, is what the team is called. Okay, W, let's go. It was genuinely hard to create Pride-themed movesets. You had to stretch hard with some moves, just because they had certain words in the name or anything with a rainbow. Yeah, okay, fair enough. Momochi also had the satellite goalkeeper move. That actually does fit her. I mean, yeah, she did have all the analytics on her iPad, I think, and she did control drones. So fair enough, fair play. Holy shit, is that the guy? The man, the myth, the legend, Serious Pounding. Is that him? No way. A team with random characters and some characters with voice stuff I was looking at. Ooh, interesting. Okay. Let's have a bit of a look at this then. Let's have a look at what this team entails, Vinny, shall we? You'll be going up against goalkeeper... Oops. Goalkeeper Hoshi. Yep. The Great Game. So... Ooh, Venom. Okay, you have Venom in defense. Love to see that. You have the cool-ass girl from the Victory Road girls team. Yes. Okay, and Makoto and Hiro and Ban. Interesting. Interesting, from the Danbal Senki movie. Cool, okay. Hold on. I think you've been cooking, Vinny. You've been cooking. The girl from the Victory Road girls team that I painstakingly dropped through playing against. I think it was you as well, wasn't it, Vinny? Yeah, I think so. Let's see, Mako. Okay, fair enough. That's a good interception. Yep. Kikondana! I knew he was gonna say that. He always says the same thing, though. Okay, there you go. Now, this defender. Oh boy, this defender. He has Core Leper, yeah, that makes sense. Hakonen Captain and the Maritimes girl were there as well. Yeah, like the one... Is that the only girl on the Maritimes team? She's on the bench, right? In the original team. No, it's not the only girl, because you have the girl with the conch on her head as well. But one of the only ones, I suppose. The only one on the bench, for sure. Okay, let's get that shit back, Captain. Let's see. Oh, I can already do this. Interesting. Flame Fortress, fair enough. If I use this, and that will get my tension bar up a little bit. We gotta wait for the Brazilian internet to catch up. There we go. Yeah, the blue seashell midfielder, the girl with the conch on her head, we're talking about the same person. Yeah. I realized, as soon as I said it, I was like, that's not right. There's gotta be more girls in that team. But okay. I was about to say, he doesn't voice this, does he? No. Is this a reserve goalkeeper for brainwashing? Okay, yeah, you got my ass, that's fair. Serious Pounding. Ooh, hold on. This Venom guy has an insanely deep voice, which he should. So that's good. I love to see that. Killer Slide winning against Southern Cross is insane. That is crazy work. Okay, let's... Yep, there we go. Atomique Fureur! Atomique Fureur! Yep. Let's go. Let's go burn. That's what I'm talking about. Halfway through the first half though, so... You know, neither of us are steamrolling the other, which is good. Thanks for the pass, question mark. Okay, Yuriga got herself from passing someone. That's good. Serious pounding. With the crazy interception. Venom is the only one of the grandfather children to voice anything? Southern Cross Cut. Wait, he voices it. Wait, that's cool as fuck. Holy shit. I always knew this guy was the best one. That's awesome. Yeah, that's really a rare defender W. You're right about that, Panda. But I love to see that, dude. This guy was by far my favorite from the grandfather children. Like, for as insignificant as they were, of course, like, they had some good designs. But this guy always stuck out. Well, you guys know I love the emo designs. Emo / punk / goth / you know, everything that involves black, I suppose. Just having black in your design, instant road to success. Also, yeah, Mako having Atana Assault is incredible. Okay, I'm there. Card Shark. Which, that is something. Oh shit. I've actually not seen this move in this game. Dude, that's so fire! I swear to God, like, when we were watching the Dumbbell Senki film as well, like, the animations for all the Dumbbell Senki stuff, the Dumbbell Senki stuff, it was so incredibly clean. Like, it wasn't even funny. It immediately made me want to play Dumbbell Senki. Holy shit, Hoshi, my god. There is... Violating Vinny's shot. You know what? Take the ball, mate. Take the ball. That is just... I'm sorry that Hoshi is so overpowered, actually. You can have it. Yeah, the game hates you. And loves Hoshi, apparently. But holy fuck, those moves are so clean, the Dumbbell Senki moves. I haven't even seen the second one yet. I want to, now that I've seen the first one. Hold on, Vinny, could you do me a service? I think he's gonna do it. And he voices Plasma Ball as well. Wow, okay. Oh yeah, there it comes. Okay, hold up. Okay, that's a bit less impressive, but it's still cool. It's still cool. And Comet Shot. Yeah. Of course, Mako needs to have Comet Shot. That's a classic. Now, I think Vinny will actually score here. Yeah. A breach, which is fair. Breach immediately after a save. That cancels each other out, I suppose. But yeah. Well done, Vinny. Fair play. Okay, well, yeah, no more time left in the first half to do anything, but let me see. I could certainly just try to pull out the instant burst. Which, obviously, serious pounding is just a little too crazy with it, so he's gonna win. But yeah, it's the end of the first half anyway, so no big deal. Not sure if you'll show up to the Inazuma night tomorrow, Panda? No stress at all. No stress at all, girl. Will depend on when the movie finishes rather than exhaustion, since you're planning on waking up late. Okay, well, fair enough. In that case, just see how you feel. You see how you feel. There's no obligation to be there, obviously. So, yeah, no, if you can join, then that'd be awesome. And if you can't, then don't. Yeah, simple as. And in the first place, enjoy the film. I think I saw it pass by that it was the Digital Circus finale, which I'm not judging. If that's what you like, then enjoy it, right? Again, easy as. But let's see. So, do I... Nah, we gotta keep Hoshi in there, surely. Come on. She's got all the equipment. Yeah, we can do this. Come on, lock in. There's the Hakuren captain. Okay, okay. The grandpa also voices a cash-in move, but it's a defensive move. Oh, the grandpa child? Okay, well, I can, if you want. Absolutely. Like, if you pull out the cash-in, then I'll walk into you. Sure, why not? Let's see. The fact that he actually has unique voice lines is awesome. Let's see, what do you need to do? Do you need to actually... Okay, Jean... Ah, this cash-in, right. It's the tortoise, right? Yeah. Yeah. Does he voice this move? Wait, hold on. Yeah. Let me... Okay, hold on. Let me get over there. You gotta walk up to me, though. Yeah, there we go. Okay, actually, I'm really curious to see this. Tortoise shit, does he voice this? He does! Wait. That's awesome, bro. I love this guy. Dude, I like this guy even more than I did previously. That's awesome. They actually had him voice such an obscure, like, cash-in move. That's great. Oh yeah, I was nowhere close to you, by the way. I was nowhere even close to you. But yeah, that was awesome. Nice, thank you so much for showing that. I had no idea. Okay, that's fair, you got my ass. Oh boy. Oh, never mind. Doesn't matter. I thought I triggered the move, but apparently it didn't, so it's fine. That did not hit my castle wall somehow. Interesting. Now we do the Shaolin flash step formation with Hoshi. Yeah, lock in. Don't shout though. Don't. Yep. Hoshi. Pass it over to Fudor. Good positioning. Even better positioning. Lock in. We're going, bro. We're going. I'm here. Challenge me. I'm here. Morataze! Chaos Break! That's the OGs. Okay, I have elemental advantage against this goalkeeper. Let's see how this works out. Keeper's Grit. Okay. Rocket Kobushi, I have to imagine. To be neutral against the move. Ooh, Shot Pockets V3. Okay, okay. Faithful to the original, I suppose. Faithful to the first game, I have to imagine. Yep, exactly what he said. Kimeru. Challenge me, girl. Britannia Cross? Yeah, nice try, bud. Urazuma Shuttle. Okay, Aurora Obscure. Yeah, that's fair. Kind of expected that. Which, well, will it matter in the end? We're about to find out. We're about to find out if it matters, Svenny. Chaos Break! Aluka's so close on Odin's sword. I think it's Zwaard van Odin. Unless you were just joking around, in which, you know, fair play. 3 people voiced the... Oh, really? They all voiced the tortoiseshell move? One of the Vampton defenders voices... Okay. And the Hakuren captain, she gets reverse world as a fabled on her goalkeeper path. Interesting. Dude, we're learning so many cool things tonight. This is great. Of course he has decoy deploy. That's so interesting, okay. And he actually voices it too. If they just gave this guy all the voice lines. Same I have to imagine with Hugh. Gambarimasu. Who I think has the same voice actor as Handa, potentially. I will get his ass. Not in time. Big Bang Slash. That's good. My wall was almost certainly there, but that's okay. That wasn't enough? Man. Kuroni yesterday? Okay, hold up, hold up. Comet shot, okay. Fair play. I want to do a tactic like real bad, but it's not letting me. Swag von Odin! Let's see. Oh, okay. Plasma board! Yeah, they just voice everything. That's awesome. And Eternal Blizzard. Okay. Dude, we're chaining all the shots together right now. Let me get this out real quick. Which is... oh, never mind, I can block. Okay, good. I was about to say, I've got Ultra robbed. It didn't hit Shadow, somehow. But I think... Yup! Let's go! Don Xiaoto! 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm not gonna be a pussy. Play that ball. Play it up there, Chief. And it wasn't enough to get another focus zone in, but that's okay. GG, Vinny. GG, well played. That was fun. Dude, I love seeing all those hearing all those new voice lines. Well, they're not new, I guess, but I just never heard them because no one ever uses those characters. This is unironically making me consider putting the Venom guy on one of my teams. Potentially the secondary team, once I actually streamline it. But well, 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 would you look at that. Sungo, there she is. Okay. I think that's a good point to call it for the night then. Yeah, that's pretty good. I think with these matches that I've now played, we can do 20 more pools, I think. Because the great thing about these online matches against other people is that you actually get guaranteed 5 Bond Stars from them. So let's quickly do 20 more pools, and then that's going to be end for tonight. Let's see. That is in Chronicle Mode. And then play inverse. There we go. The Achilles D9 guy voices Mue Soha? No, brother, why does he voice Mue Soha? Oh my god, bro. Yeah, that's almost how you write it. I think it's like, hold on. I think it's Mue Soha. Hold on. Like this. That's how I think it's written, but okay, so it was Diamantis, I think, that Bernard was in, wasn't it? Yeah, so I have 10 more Bond Stars, so let's do 20 more pulls for Bernard. See if we can pull him. The Vampton Forward Girl also voices Mue Soha. Everyone voices Mue Soha except for the one guy that voiced it in Strikers, the Reiruk. They did my man so fucking dirty, it's not even funny. Okay, well we got Satan again, so it's a good start. And nothing else from that, so 10 more pulls. If Bernard is not in here, then yikes, happens. Luck of the draw and unluck of the draw. 2 rares. No Bernard. It is what it is. We got her. She has a fun design. Is this Saudi Arabia? Or is this Uzbekistan? I can't tell. The kit is giving me Uzbekistan. Which I think is right. And then we got the brightest hair I've seen in my life. Park G1. Okay. pain and suffering. Bernard Girikanan has not been summoned. Yikes, you hate to see it. But well, it is what it is. I'm going to take my final swig of water that's in there. And then, I'm going to thank you all for joining in tonight. Realize was a bit of a different session than usual, you know, was a bit more passive for all of you watching, but I hope you still enjoyed. I had a good time. Had a good time talking to you guys again, and I'm playing against some of you, so thank you very much for the people who showed up and wanted to play a match. And yeah, I mean, I think next week, I'm hoping, gonna see how things work out in the end, of course, that I can stream 2 nights, but almost certainly, guaranteed actually, we will play the new update, the Victory Road update that's dropping on Thursday. We will be playing it on Thursday evening, and we're going to see what it's all about. And yeah, potentially on Tuesday we're going to do more of this. I'm going to try to do more matches in the meanwhile. But yeah, we're going to see, we're going to see. I will keep you all posted. Again, I hope you all had a good time, and thank you all for pulling up. It always makes my day a lot better, it makes my stream a lot better to see you guys in the chat. And with that being said, I will wish you all a great night. If you're at the Inazuma night tomorrow evening, then we will see each other and hear each other tomorrow. And if not, then catch you in the next stream. Thank you guys once again. You have a great night. Take care. And until next time.